Hi, everybody. Woo! Woo! Yeah! Happy to be here. What's up, Hellfire? Good to have you, brother. Welcome to the fucking live stream, man. It's great to have Hellfire here. Never a dull moment.
Hi,
Apparently
I
they
was
can't hear
muted.
you, Cashew.
I was muted. Yeah, that was right.
Cashew was muted that whole time. That's
Yeah,
so sad. I just
okay,
sounded
welcome.
like a delusional maniac talking to myself.
You were just like, woo!
Is this your plan, Cashew? You're gonna try to discredit me on this live stream? Is that the point that we're doing?
Oh,
the
that
Fishman
must-
6 exposed.
Oh, that must be just great. Just only just you wooing and then just like shit talking Hellfire for no reason.
Yeah, that was so good. The people who are watching that must have been so sad.
But welcome back to Talking Borderlands. I'm joined by Fishman 6 and also Hellfire, where he's supposed to be here, but you know him, he's always fashionably late, so he can't have nice things.
What, have you never streamed before? You gonna answer him? Cashew?
What, barista? No, I don't need to answer that. I don't need to answer that. It's fine.
All right.
No, I always mute my mic when I record footage for Borderlands videos. So I just want the footage, even though I always like delete the audio tracks anyways. But I guess I just
that's what I do. Is I just have it on a different track.
But I don't know. I guess I just don't. Guess I just don't do it.
Yeah, if you want to do it in a worse and less efficient and terrible way, that's fine. That's cool.
So we're talking about the Borderlands movie today.
Hey, I don't know if that's any better than what we were just talking about.
I suppose we should just say hi to chat and stuff first.
Yeah. Say hello to everybody who showed up.
Yeah, a lot of new faces.
Welcome. I recognize you.
Yeah.
Gaming
Orion.
Doge, Boba.
Orion always in the chat.
1, I know all these guys.
Are they possibly
these guys?
Are they possibly like all from yours?
I doubt it. I don't know. I don't think I recognize Charismatic, Barista, or Galf, or Unroyal,
oh my
or
god.
Fahid.
I see Hellfire as late as usual. Oh my god, this sellout Hellfire.
Still recovering from the brain rot from the movie. I don't know if anybody will recover from that.
Yeah, I think my mind is just kind of gone. It's in a different state now.
Yeah, it was psychedelic. It changed my life.
Actually, speaking of psychedelic, that movie would have been way better if I was on the influence of anything.
On any sort of drug, yeah.
Just anything really. Better. It doesn't.
You gotta be intoxicated.
Yeah, you could choose just most things, I feel.
Yeah, you could just take a lot of like Benadryl and then watch it, and you probably have a good time.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
don't do that. Do not do that.
I mean, I could just Panadol. Just
Panadol? What is that? Australian Benadryl?
No, it's just Australian medicine. It's like cough medicine.
Do you have something called night nurse in Australia?
What the fuck is night nurse?
Okay, never mind.
What are you talking about?
It's basically
are you fucking tweaking? Are you okay? Are you okay?
It's basically legal drinkable opium.
Wake up!
Wake up!
Wake up!
I just see a flash of light and I'm starting to see you at the Borderlands movie.
You're only up to like the second act, like
Kevin Hart.
They've only just met Tannis. You're about to go to the Caustic Caverns. You're like, no, please.
The Caustic Sewer. The Caustic Sewer.
Oh man, the best area in the whole movie. The Caustic Caverns.
Borderlands 2 map, the sewer.
Yeah, just the sewer that is literally one room. Then they turn left and it's over. It's so great.
Well, thanks for watching, Charismatic Barista.
Yeah.
Can't afford to lose any more brain cells, so I won't watch it. It's fair enough.
Yeah. I smoked a blunt before I walked in and I just didn't help. Oh, what? When you watched the movie? Yeah. You said you were going to do that.
To be honest, I was intoxicated when I watched it and I still hated the whole movie.
Yeah, I had to drive so I couldn't be, but my friend was. So, and he hated it. So.
I'll be honest, only 2 individual human beings I have ever seen, even on the internet, have actually enjoyed the movie. And there was one person in my stream chat, and then there was one person on Twitter. That
Okay,
was
I
it.
saw one
That's
person
all
on
I've seen.
Twitter who just really liked Moxxi, and Moxxi was in the movie, so she really liked it, and she said it was a great movie.
Is that the one that said that they cried twice during the movie?
Yeah, I think so. Which
Randy Pitchford retweeted that. And
yes,
that
Randy
was the one I
Pitchford
saw.
absolutely retweeted that. That feels like a paid
Yeah,
tweet.
he was.
It feels like paid, but like if
It could have been a sponsored tweet.
I mean, who knows?
But I doubt it.
I mean, who knows? I mean,
That's conspiratorial.
it is very conspiratorial. I mean, maybe they just enjoyed the movie. I don't mean to be like
Some people did
negative.
enjoy it. It is, well, as much as we might not like to think that those people exist, they're out there.
Where?
Around, in the area.
Damn, I
The
found
general
I found
vicinity.
Randy's plant for the stream. It just like pays you a bunch of money to just like defend it every now and then. Oh, yeah, it's actually not the Caustic Caverns. I mean, like, what else were you gonna do, really? I mean, sewers. I mean, like, what are we just gonna have like green shit
Everything
everywhere?
else was like CGI vomit, but they couldn't put some CGI into the sewers.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I don't know if we want to get into spoilers yet this early into the thing, because I know you have like spoiler-free talk.
Yes.
first,
So
and then-
the plan was basically to have Hellfire here, which like would have helped a lot, but
The plan was basically to have Hellfire here and have him carry the podcast, and we just chill. But now he's
No,
gone.
alright,
We
so-
gotta talk
so
and do something.
basically, we were gonna just start with like kind of like spoiler free talk, just so like anyone who like still for some reason wants to watch the movie can.
Yeah, that's understandable.
That would only go for like as long as we can really do it for, which would be like half an hour at the absolute most.
Yeah, there's not a whole ton. It's just surface level stuff, like our general thoughts on it.
Yeah, I mean, like, what number did you want to give it? Because I called it a 1.
I gave it a 2 out of 10.
I gave it a 1, and like I keep on like bouncing around on like if that was like too mean, but at a certain point, the movie's just not good in like most ways. So I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like I can stick with 1 and be pretty happy with it.
The way I justified it, I was giving it a 3 out of 10 because I was just trying to be a nice guy, but then I thought about it and I couldn't justify giving it 3 out of 10. I couldn't think like what gives it those points. So I give it 1 point coming out just for making it out of production. Hell, I'll give it a point.
Yep.
And then the second point is because at some points it is so bad, it's funny, and I laughed.
See, that
is
never
it.
happens for me. Like I was really hoping that at least if it was going to be bad, it would be so bad it's good, and I can just like make fun of it the whole time.
It was
It's
only a couple of times. But
it's really
there
just-
were a couple delightfully bad scenes.
I mean, I couldn't really
That's
think
all.
of any. But maybe I mean there was some that was just like so shocking to me that like me and my friends literally just like looked at each other
When-
we
when Creed-
instinctually just like
I
turned.
can't spoil it yet.
We
I
like
can't say the
instinctually
scenes.
turned it with our like mouths open just in shock and like just looked at each other at the exact same time. Then like turned our heads back to watch the
Yeah.
movie. It's like, oh, there was some bad, just stupid scenes. Like at a certain point it was just it was just not great.
Yeah. And the movie seemed to just get worse as it went on. That's what
Yeah.
I thought anyway.
No, I mean like
They almost had me a little bit at the start. Almost. I would have given it maybe a 5 out of 10 if that first 15 minutes was the whole movie.
yeah,
But then
maybe.
as soon as it went to Lilith, no, actually, no, it was dog shit from the fucking start though.
I mean, it's
Like
like
as soon as they went to the bar, that's when the shit really hit
yeah,
the fan.
no,
dude.
the bar was pretty bad. I think
That
it was just
like one
because
of the worst scenes I've ever seen
'cause
in a movie.
it was so boring. And then like Atlas
Yeah.
as a villain, like he's introduced by the way he's introduced, and it wasn't good. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah. We'll talk about, we did. It's just really
Yeah,
hard
we'll
to
talk-
talk about.
we'll talk
after
about it
seeing
later, but
without
yeah.
spoiling it.
Cashew, is there a humidifier in the Holy Spirits? Fishman might dry out if not. There's the fire.
I cover myself in Zafford spit.
Gross.
That's right.
I agree. The further it went, the worse. Yeah, I mean, it was just really boring. I think was like the main issue I have with it.
Yeah, it started to drag.
Yeah, I mean, like, and very early on too. Like,
For a movie that's only an hour and 20 minutes, it really dragged on. Like I've watched 3-hour movies that felt faster than that. Like I've watched the extended edition of Lord of the Rings.
oof,
I had
that
no
is
problem sitting there
long.
for 4 hours. I had no problem sitting there for like 3.5 hours.
I have also seen it. I've never
hour
been
and 20 minutes of Borderlands movie. I was struggling.
I don't think I've ever been able to get through the extended edition of Lord of the Rings. I have tried to watch it a few times. So good.
It's so much better than the original. I can't watch the originals anymore because they cut out so much.
I think I just get like, because I've seen all of it multiple times, but like in different like chunks, but never all at once. So it ends up just being kind of like a little bit annoying, I guess. Mess. Yeah. Well, not really like that. It's more that it's just like when I try and watch it all in one go, it's just too long. It's just like 4 hours
you don't
or
watch
something.
All 3 movies in one day or something.
Yeah, it's long.
Yeah, it is a lot.
It's a lot.
You gotta take it in shifts.
The last 30 minutes were just telling us the twist and why it was dreadful. Yeah. The quote-unquote twist.
Sorry. Yeah, I don't even know if you can call that a twist. I mean, that was something. It was a twist for the movie. It wasn't really a twist.
If you hadn't played the games, that's technically it's a twist, but it's also like the movie like is so like it tells you like multiple times before it even reveals that it makes sure you know. Like there is a lot.
A lobotomite could understand that movie. A lobotomite could understand Borderlands and understand it's bad. That's what I'll say.
Yep.
Anyways, I'm gonna try to read this message. Was hoping the Borderlands movie would be as good as the first Resident Evil movie, but it sounds worse than Mortal Kombat Annihilation. I haven't seen either of those movies, to be honest.
Neither.
Sorry, I shouldn't have read that message.
But I had heard a comparison to another video game movie I hadn't seen. I also haven't seen that might help. It's apparently worse than Dragon Ball Evolution, which apparently is bad. That's what I've heard.
Dragon Ball Evolution.
Yeah, apparently Dragon Ball Z, but it's a movie. With like a live action movie. Apparently
it's the live action Dragon Ball. Yeah, that movie's a big stinker. I did see that.
Yeah, people have told me that it's way worse than that. Would you agree?
Yeah. Yeah. This movie was funny bad though. This movie was like they made Goku like a high schooler.
Oh, that's awesome.
Was, like, so cheesy.
That's so funny.
It was really cheesy.
That's so funny. I love it.
My dad liked it.
I love corny shit like that.
My dad recorded this on his VCR, and I went over to his house, and he made me and my brother watch it with him. The whole movie.
That's so funny.
Yeah, and he was genuinely into it. He was loving that movie.
Oh right, that gives me like Scott Pilgrim vibes.
Orion says it's not worse than Dragon Ball Evolution. I disagree, Orion. I think it is worse. Never
seen it, so I'm gonna say Borderlands movie is worse. Just because I want to dunk on it.
I think they're two different kinds of bad. I think a Borderlands movie is mostly just like boring, dreadful bad, and the Dragon Ball Evolution movie is like funny, cheesy bad. Yeah, I agree with Hellfire. So bad it's good almost with Dragon Ball Evolution.
Yeah, I mean, because you gotta love movies like
really
that.
Seriously too. In Borderlands, they don't even take themselves seriously. The movie. That's one of the biggest issues. No one in the entire movie gives a fuck that the movie's happening.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest issue I had was like with Cate Blanchett, like just just sleepwalking through the entire thing.
Yeah,
and like Jamie Lee Curtis as well. It's like, I mean, not to like get to it like too early on before Hellfire gets in here, but like no one gives a shit. Like Rollins feels like the only one who's trying, like Kevin Hart's trying to give a shit, at least a little bit, because he's happy that he's not like the comedic relief for once. But it's not very good.
And he still is the comedic relief at some points.
I mean, there's like 2 points maybe in the entire time.
He doesn't really they introduce him, he makes a joke.
Yeah.
I really thought it was over after that. I thought he was going to be going off the whole movie.
I heard someone, I don't know how true this is, but like when they did reshoots, someone suggested that that's when they added all of like the Cate Blanchett is old jokes and the Kevin Hart is short jokes. Is it like in the reshoots?
Yeah,
because
that wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, because they saw like the thing on the trailer and they were like, all right, we need to be self-aware in the reshoots. So they changed it a little bit. I don't know how true that would be, because that would be a very expensive way to just like, no, it was intentional, totally. You know? I mean, I don't think it would be true, but
I just don't know. I don't know what the movie was supposed to look like originally, because it seems like they just Frankensteined it together. They just butchered it and like stuck pieces together.
Well, there was like an original script that got changed by Eli Roth once he got a hold of it.
Yeah, I hate that guy.
a
I hate
lot of
looking at his face.
a lot of
I
people
hate looking
hate
at
Eli.
him.
I don't understand it. Like I look at his like movie like IMDb or whatever, and like there's not really much there besides some like old horror movies. He's kind of like
Yeah, he's a horror director.
yeah,
Is what he is.
he's kind of like James Gunn, but like if Guardians of the Galaxy never like hit off, and this is if Guardians of the Galaxy didn't work.
Yeah,
this is where
he
he
worked
is.
on Inglorious Bastards. That's a really
Well, he
huge
was an
movie.
actor in Inglorious Bastards. He didn't make it.
Oh,
He was an
never
actor.
mind.
Yeah,
I didn't realize he was an actor.
yeah,
Maybe he should stick to acting. That might be more his style.
yeah. Who knows? I mean, yeah, but that's like why Jack Black and Kate Blanchett. That's why they have all the like the big actors because like Eli Roth knew both Kate Blanchett and Jack Black from House with a Clock in Its Walls, apparently. So like they liked working with him. So then they got on board for like billions of dollars. And then they were like, Kevin Hart's like, oh, you got 2 Oscar winners in here? Shit, I'll fucking join. Why not? And then Jamie Lee Curtis joins, and then it's just then they just sleepwalk the entire time. Oh, and like also the rating as well got changed, and like I think that had a very big impact, especially on the action scenes, because action scenes very dull throughout the whole movie, and like they're just very nothing. And there's no impact, and it feels like a lot of scenes are shot to where like okay that head is about to explode, and then just nothing happens. Or like there's stuff like that where like there should be like blood in like a certain scene or just any impact at all and there's just never anything besides like sparks coming off of people's bodies,
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, they needed to be rated R to be,
Yeah.
you know,
it was a
to
last
feel
minute
like
thing though.
Borderlands.
It was going to be R, and then at last minute, studio cut it, and it was PG-13. They had to do a last
That's
minute
probably
like
why the action is so bad because they probably had to cut out most of the action when they decided to go PG-13 and then like refilm it all, and so it's all really, you know, made it really sloppily, made it fast. That could be.
Eli Roth has a long list of horrible movies. I guess like I don't know. I've never seen any of them.
I know he made that Thanksgiving horror movie that came out like a year or two ago,
yeah.
and that one was a stinky one.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I've never really seen a good Eli Roth movie. Didn't he? He made like Cabin Fever. That was a horror movie. Apparently, that wasn't too bad.
Like what he's most known for. I think that's like his best movie ever, top grossing movie ever.
Oh, is it, that's like his big one? That's what people know him for. I think
so. Let me look it up.
I feel like we had this exact conversation last stream as well. I know we were like, who's Eli Roth again? Yeah.
I barely knew who he was till after the movie came out because that's when I realized he's the one who ruined it for me. He's the son of a bitch that did this.
I mean, I feel like
not just him, but he had a big hand in it.
I mean, from a direction standpoint, I mean, you know that all of the actors in the movie are good actors. So when you see them act like shit, I mean, you can't help but blame the director, right?
Yeah.
Like who's telling them to fucking look like a zombie all the time? Because it's not like Kate Blanchett, Oscar winner, really wants to phone it in, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's 100.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's got to be like
either the script was just so bad they couldn't really bring themselves to get invested in it, or the direction was just terrible, or both. No,
I think it was. But I mean, the script was very notably bad. Like, yeah. I think we can all like. I mean, and like it steals. Like I feel like it accidentally steals from a lot of shit. Like I hated one of the later scenes that was basically Star Wars. You know the one. I'm not going to spoil it, but you know the one, right?
I've really never watched Star Wars, to be real with you.
Okay, but you would know it.
Star Wars.
Yeah, okay,
yeah. When we talk about,
you know it. Yeah, well, yeah, you know it.
Oh wait, yeah, right at the start, right?
At near the very end. This is like when the twist happens.
Okay.
When the twist happens. We'll talk about it later. It's fine.
Yeah, we will.
We'll talk about it later.
Versed on my Star Wars.
Yeah, but yeah.
Is it true that Scooter was cut from the movie? We'll talk about that once we get into spoilers.
Well, it's not really a spoiler. He's only in one.
I guess that's true.
He's only in one scene, and he doesn't say any words. Yeah, no, he's at
He's in. I didn't even know he was in the movie.
no, at the very end, like when they're doing like the celebration, like he's in one scene standing next to Marcus, and like there's a guy in like dressed like Scooter, and like he's cheering, but he doesn't have like
what
a thing.
Fucking joke.
Yeah, no, he's not in the movie. He's really not in the movie. He wasn't cut. He wasn't cut. He's just not really there. He's an Easter egg.
Oh my gosh.
Scooter's an Easter egg.
Yeah. He shouldn't have been an Easter egg. He should have been an integral part of the plot.
Yeah.
Just like he was in Borderlands 1, just like he was in Borderlands 2.
I'll say my favorite part of the movie, Marcus, is probably the only redeeming.
I like the actor. He did good. The actor did great, but I thought his outfit was not good.
Yeah, I think they took too much from Borderlands 3's design of Marcus, and I don't like Borderlands 3's.
The leather jacket, punk rock Marcus.
Yeah, with the fucking man bun. Like, it's just so...
Marcus.
It's so anti-Marcus. Like, it feels...
Yeah, I don't know why they made him look like that. It's nothing like Marcus.
It's such like...
some, like... I don't even know.
I mean, it's such like a hippie like look for someone who is like so anti that, you know what I mean? Like
yeah, he's always like he's just got the tattered orange shirt and the khakis. That's all he wears.
And he's got the short
just trying to make some money.
He's got the short business haircut. Like I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
His design was very good before, and I think the man bun's kind of dumb, but you know, it's very nitpicky.
Did any of you see where Killer 6 was? No, I didn't. I didn't even know there was a cameo until I saw his review.
Yeah, apparently he was in it.
Back and look.
I don't really care enough to look either. Maybe he's like in the background at Moxxi's or something, because I know Eli Roth is in the background at Moxxi's at some point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Eli Roth. I just hate that name. I don't know. I just like that name. Ever since I saw that interview of him talking about what he was trying to do with the movie, and he's like, well, I wanted to have a mix of like Mad Max and Escape from New York and like 14 other sci-fi movies. He just
I remember he said Barbarella, which was odd. It's an odd choice. It's just like something like the fucking really obscure, random ass sci-fi movies.
Borderlands. Yeah, it's just like if you combine that many movies, do you really think that's gonna work?
Yeah, well, I mean, like a lot of people took offense to it, and I kind of felt like I could see what he was kind of trying to say, because it's like on one hand, like, yeah, like Borderlands is pretty Mad Max inspired and like very sci-fi inspired, and like when you make an adaptation of something, you don't want it to be just one to one, because then it's just dumb. It's just the same thing. Why wouldn't I just play the games if it's just one to one? Was it?
Pretty much, man. People really liked that. I watched only the first episode, but the first episode seemed one for one what the game was, just with like slightly different looking characters.
I just feel like if you're gonna like make an adaptation, you should take some like liberty with it and just make it its own thing, especially if it's not going to be in the same universe. No, not like drastically different, like this. Not like drastically different.
Hellfire's here. Let's go.
I'm not saying like drastically different, screen, like this.
Put his avatar up.
It's automatic.
He's there.
Yeah, he's already there. But yeah, I'm not saying that it should be drastically different.
What's up, gentlemen? What's up?
Because like,
I think they should only change it to the extent they need to make it work as a movie.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying.
Like the minimum amount of change possible, and then be very faithful to what you're adapting.
Because I mean, what we got was
I think it should be done.
What we got, way too bad. But
oh yeah,
like it went way too far. Okay, here we go.
I'll start. Yeah, here we go. Right. So there is obviously, as you guys were just discussing, Cashew specifically. You're saying they would have to adapt it differently for a movie, obviously. But why? Why though? Why do they have to change it?
Well, it's kind of
a video game and a movie are fundamentally different. How you're gonna like consume them, with how you're gonna feel while you're going through it. They have to be paced differently. There's got to be certain things that a movie has that a game won't.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of Borderlands story.
I got a better answer though, and it comes down to a pretty simple one. Borderlands games should never be made into a movie or a TV show or anything like that.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Because none of them are good. Let's be honest here for a minute. None of them are good. Borderlands 2 is like the best story. Pre-sequel's okay. The rest of them, I mean, Tails is like what we give that a 6 out of 10.
Well, as a story,
I never even beat Tails.
I like Tails.
A lot of the stories inside of Borderlands, though, you stack them up against any other form of media, whether it's a TV show, other video games, whatever the case may be. It's weak. It's all pretty basic shit.
I don't think
what people come to Borderlands for is the fucking gameplay. Nobody cares about the story.
Well, I wouldn't say no one cares about the story. I would pretty hard disagree there.
Okay, I take that back. Yeah, you're right. It's not that no one cares, but the gameplay is what makes the games great. So as to why a movie is even a thought,
yeah,
it's just bizarre to me.
Well, I mean, a movie doesn't have to be a bad idea.
Stories have never been very good, but the Fallout TV show was really good. Yeah. So I think that there's a way where you don't have to focus on like the canon story of a game. You can just focus on the environment and like the aspects of the game and make that what the movie really is about.
Yeah.
So if the Borderlands movie was just about like an adventure, like just going through the world, like with crazy action and like, big spectacles, and just they focused on like the loot aspect where there's a bunch of crazy guns, like everyone's got unique guns. They're like, oh, that guy's got the Hellfire. Oh, look, this guy's holding the fire.
Right.
Yeah, like that would be so sick. Like every person in the Borderlands movie,
that's what I was saying.
That's unique that you can recognize and like, oh, he's holding the Logan's gun. You guys see the Logan.
Or even just like small ones, like, oh, that's like a blue Malawan SMG from fucking
anything, dude. Just give us anything recognizable, not some pistol that vaguely resembles a Vlad. Call it the Infinity time, and then that's it.
Yeah.
That's why I was saying I agree with you as well when we started the call, was because I think that if they did hold a little bit truer to the games, we would have liked it a lot more, even if it was like absolute dog shit. We would have at least, smiled a couple times, other than just seeing a lady finger that gets like
it would have been nostalgic.
Like, 10 minutes.
Nothing else.
We got a lady finger for 10 minutes, and then the Infinity Pistol, and that was it. Those are the only unique weapons.
Yeah, see, you're really dying on the hill that was the ladyfinger. I'm still... It's so, like, not in your face at all.
I didn't know the ladyfinger was there
so,
either.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, right? It's so not in your face at all that it's like...
Pull it up on the fucking
I'm not going to pull it up on the fucking screen. I'm not going to pull it up on the screen.
Run the poll. That's the ladyfinger. Come on, chat. Let's see it.
But you can't just scream.
I need to see where this is.
But you can't just scream commands at me.
Commander Knox has the ladyfinger?
Commander Knox has a red pistol.
The only red pistol in the goddamn movie.
I mean...
What if it's a Hyperion Reaper?
Wait, hang on.
No, hold on. I'll get the...
I don't even know what that is.
I don't even know what that is.
I need to see the screenshot.
Hold on, I'll get it. I'll fucking get it. Hold on.
I looked up Borderlands movie ladyfinger, and nothing about the Borderlands movie came up. Shocking.
Yeah, no, hold on. I'll fucking get it.
It's a nice ladyfinger.
I mean...
This is one hell of a start. I'm glad I mentioned this. Come on, chat. You gotta back me up on this. This is the ladyfinger.
You can't just do that. You can't just say, "Oh yeah, chat, you got my back right, guys."
Chat, dogpile Cashew.
Yeah, no.
It is
okay.
Yeah,
I think
get him.
Whenever we talked about this, it must have been ages ago because I cannot find it. Wait, maybe it was in the Discord.
I got a screenshot of it.
Yeah, just from your video.
Player's ready.
Just from your video.
Files.
I got 2 of them from the trailer. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's like I can see it, but it's just. If you're going to go out of your way to say, yes, this is the ladyfinger, like, why? Like, why even do that if it's only in such a small part? Like, if you're only going to have 2 guns, why the ladyfinger of all guns? You know what I mean?
Bro, because they're dumb.
Because they're dumb. That's not a good fucking excuse. I'm sorry. It's not.
It is. They have... Okay, so the other explanation is they have the Infinity, and that's it.
I mean, the Infinity at least is iconic.
Look at that. Look at the scope. It's got the 2 barrels on it, just like the fucking ladyfinger.
Alright, hold on, chat. Tell me what you think about this. Is that the ladyfinger?
Can have 2 barrels on it. It can roll that.
Yeah. Tell me what you think.
I think they didn't intentionally try to make it the finger.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
A red pistol because she's wearing a red outfit.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
It does look like the ladyfinger. It honestly looks a lot more like the Hyperion Invader from BL1.
Yeah,
but I mean, you could say any Hyperion weapon that could be.
Yeah.
The reason I really think so is it has the fucking 2 barrels, just like the fucking ladyfinger.
Yeah,
does.
but that not every roll of the ladyfinger has that. Like, only a certain part will have that.
Oh,
yeah,
for sure.
I mean,
yeah, like I look. This one right here has got a blade on it, and that one won't have it. Only the ×2 ladyfinger, I think, has that.
Okay. I'm still dying on the hill. That's
I have no problem with that. You could say it's a ladyfinger, and I won't say you're wrong. I'll just say I don't know.
I mean, you could just say it's a Borderlands gun.
Yeah, but a ladyfinger's a Borderlands gun, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose. I guess you're right. You're right about that. All right. Well, what's
got a black handle. I'm dying on the hill.
Okay, somebody shoot Hellfire. He's on the hill.
All right, hold on.
Kill him now. Kill him. God. Commander Knox was probably the most worthless character in the movie, and that's saying a lot.
Oh.
Yeah, it is.
No, or is it Commander Knox or is it Crom? It's a
I
fucking.
Don't even count Crom.
It's a battle. It's a battle, dude. It's a battle.
The real question is who got more screen time out of the two?
Commander Knox, 100%. I got a whole scene.
But every time she was
two
on
whole
screen,
scenes.
she was so bad. It was like.
Well, that's true because Crom only got the flashback and then the fucking. Scene
at least Crom looked kind of cool compared to everybody else there.
Wait, Crom was in the flashback?
Like she belonged.
Yeah, I think so.
Commander Knox looks like she belongs in a hip hop group. Like she looks like
Correct
she should
me
be
if I'm
dancing
wrong,
on stage.
because I went and took a piss during the flashbacks, and I remember vividly while I was walking down the stairs of the theater, I fucking dropped to my knees for a second. And not on the ground, but like I got kneeled. I like kneeled for a moment.
So good.
Right? I had my hands on my knees, and I'm just like, oh no. Watching these flashbacks is like the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
Hellfire was having a Winter Soldier episode.
So serious, dude.
No.
Wait.
Yeah, it was one of those.
Oh no,
that was me when when Lilith said "daughter of Iridia" in the opening of the movie. I was like, no.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, it was bad.
Wait, what did you want clarification on? As you said, like, reminds me if you were wrong.
Flashbacks.
Oh.
This is the reason I said that is because in the behind the scenes, which when I was editing, right, I was looking through the behind the scenes again. Crom's in the flashbacks. So
okay, he must have been then.
In the movie.
He probably was. I don't really remember. To be honest.
They were very rushed. Those fights, like they were very quick and they were very like choppy. So I mean, you couldn't really tell.
Dude, all I saw was them cutting to little kid and mom screaming, and I was like, no, I can't. I gotta go. I can't see this anymore.
Can I just say?
So should we just get into the spoilers then? Since we're pretty much already
okay.
on?
So this is your final spoiler warning, chat.
We're tearing the Band-Aid off. You're not missing nothing.
Warning.
We're getting into it.
So loud. I might have to turn you down, Hellfire. You're so loud.
Go for it. Turn me down.
Yeah. Okay, there we go.
All right, hopefully that's good.
So are we starting from the beginning? The incredible narration from Lilith. Do we want to just start there, or do we want to like jump around?
I'd say we do it from the start to the end. I think that'd be the best way, so people know.
I mean, I feel like it starts with narration, right? Which, like, as a movie trope, not really the best. But for a Borderlands movie, if it was Marcus, that shit would have worked out so well.
I agree.
Yeah, but it should have been an actual like comic like start. Actual games are. And then it could have just like transitioned really well into just the fucking escape scene.
Like, and the writing was already terrible from the very first like line. She's like, at the end, it's like, that sounds like some wacko BS, right?
Yeah. No, that was a very
Lilith.
It was a very last minute like, oh shit, we can't say fuck because we need PG-13 now. Okay, we're checking. You send in something real quick.
Then they cut to her at the bar, right? I think
no. They first
next. No. First we have Roland. First we have Roland breaking Teen out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then they make
Krieg as well.
Yeah, and then Krieg literally just bumped into him and is like, "Yeah, okay, I'll listen to everything you guys say. Let's go."
Yeah, no, he fucking just bursts randomly through a wall. He's just like,
he doesn't even know who Tina is. He just like picks her up and he's like, "Okay, let's roll."
I think it's implied that Tina knows who she is because she says, "Oh my god, Krieg, hi." But like, when would they have met? They're both in cells. Like, they don't get to go out of their cells.
Even if why does he chill with Roland?
Well, the Tina and Krieg thing is fine. I can get behind that because maybe they were both in that place for a long time.
Yeah, suspension of disbelief, right?
Or whatever. Right. Yeah, I can suspend my disbelief there, but
that's fair.
The Roland part is just
he should have been cutting Roland into pieces. He should have been ripping Roland apart because he just doesn't know who he is.
Yeah, he just kind of looked at Roland.
That's literally what Krieg does. He's like, when he's introduced, he's like talking about how he just can't stop himself from killing whoever he sees, pretty much.
Yeah,
it would have made more sense. It honestly would have made more sense for him to fight Roland there than what he does later on.
That would have been a sick scene, and then he can fight Roland, and then Roland wins.
Yeah,
makes sense. And it was like such a wasted opportunity. Just
they could have used the turret at any point.
They never. Oh my god, no one had an action skill, dude.
Don't even get me into that.
No one had anything except like Roland had a tactical assault rifle, tactical shotgun from Fortnite that shot.
Yeah, no. Krieg did his action skill all the time, dude. He hit everyone with his axe.
A fucking whatever. They want to make a prop for Krieg to hold thing.
Yeah. Hey,
Krieg had a carnage shotgun.
Florian Montiano just really didn't know what to do with his hands, so they just gave him that.
I hate how. Well, I guess we should go in order, but when Krieg, I hate how he never talks in the movie. They just like
he's just there.
Put the voice lines. They just dub the voice lines over him being on screen, and he's never like moving his lips or his head or anything.
Yeah.
Well, no, they didn't. I think it actually was Montiano doing the lines. It was just some of the same ones.
No, but like you couldn't tell he was saying them. Like the audio didn't sync up to him in the scenes.
Well, yeah, there was some bad desync with some of the other fucking lines in the movie. I don't know if you noticed, but you could tell some of the shit was pitched in later.
Apparently the audio like mixing for the whole movie was just bad, which I couldn't really tell because I was watching it with my headphones anyway.
Yeah, music.
It skips behind the back of characters' heads at points, and then there's like just certain moments where their lips aren't lining up properly and shit.
Yeah, I think
it's not super major, but if you pay attention really close, you can see it.
I didn't have too much issue with that, but audio mixing was a very big issue for me in action scenes because even if like the music was like at a very loud bass volume and then sound effects were louder than the music. So it was just it was just bang, bang, bang. It hurt. It was awful to watch.
In a theater that must have been deafening.
No, it was not fun. It was not fun.
Oh, it was bad. You did not miss anything with that, Fishman. I swear.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna go see it in the theater, but then I'm like,
dude, Motorhead started playing. Motorhead kicks in, right? And I'm all excited. I'm like, all right, some Ace of Spades. I'm down. This ought to be good. And then it's just quiet the entire scene. Like you can barely hear it in the background.
Yeah. It's like so extreme. Like it's either like way too quiet or like just way too loud.
Yeah.
But actually, speaking of
after the breakout,
well, speaking of like needle drops, after the breakout, you get a little needle drop of "How You Like Me Now" by The Heavy, which was kind of cool. I really liked hearing that for like 5 seconds.
Yeah, that was the best part of the movie. Probably.
That was my favorite part of the movie.
5 seconds.
Yeah, it was for 5 seconds.
The overhead shot of Sanctuary, because that was like probably the best.
No, it was Promethea. It was Promethea.
Oh, Promethea.
Yeah, I was about to say it wasn't even Sanctuary.
Yeah,
they didn't even give us that, dude.
And then. Okay, but this was the bit I was talking about before, chat. When Lilith is in this bar saying that she's...
Theater, though.
Oh, yeah?
I thought there was Sanctuary in the movie.
Real quickly, I just wanted to say I thought it was Sanctuary while we were in the theater.
Well, they called it Sanctuary, right?
No.
Well, that's at the midway point. At the midway point, it's Sanctuary. But at the beginning, it's Promethea.
Yeah.
So it's 2 different places then?
Yes.
Okay.
It's the
like
bar.
The first bar. Yeah, the first bar wasn't.
They look so similar, I couldn't even tell.
Yeah, they weren't very distinguished. Especially because in Promethea, like it's very like its main color palette in the games is blue, and like it has like that very like futuristic-esque thing, but it was nighttime when you're at Promethea, so you can't like tell. So it just looks like everything else.
Yeah.
And then they go to a dingy bar that looks like every other dingy bar you go to for the rest of the movie.
Yeah, and 3 generic goons walk up to Lilith for no reason, and she just punches one in the face out of nowhere.
Yeah, and just like shoots 2 of them for no reason. Like, hey, we got a job for you. No, I'm okay actually. Oh, but like this is a good job. Okay, I'm shooting you.
That was the first moment where I should have really started to pick up on what they were doing, because that pace was going to stay throughout the entire movie of just not letting anything sit for long enough. You're just fucking action scene dialogue, next thing.
Yeah. I think a big issue, and like this was like when Atlas is also like introduced, and like it's supposed
I hated that introduction.
It's supposed to be like a super serious, like, oh, Atlas is so big and scary,
and
like
that's it's just like points I laughed out loud.
Like they put his face over like this like way bigger guy, and it just looks really bad. It's like okay, you know, like when you get like MS Paint, you put like an image in it, and then you just like stretch it without like holding shift or whatever, and you just get
that guy looks. He's got like massive. No, I'm shit you not. He's got like massive inflated jaw muscles. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with that dude. If he got stung by bees before he filmed it, but he's like sitting there with the jaw max, like fucking going hard all day.
It literally looked like something faces out of a movie from 20 years ago.
Yeah, no, like, their faces were two different shapes, and like they fit Atlas's face to be on the Grunt's face, like with a hologram. If you haven't seen the movie, it makes no sense, and it does make much more sense when you see it.
It's not ever in Borderlands.
I mean, Atlas should have just been there.
I have a screenshot of that as well. If you want to,
I don't. We can put that. I can pull it up.
But I know what you mean. How they like imposed the hologram over the fat dude's face and like stretched his face. But honestly, he just kind of looks like that. Like he's got a really wide face. That actor does. And I'm not to insult him, but that just is. He does kind of look like that.
Yeah, it's like it's annoying because like it really should have been like. Atlas, as a whole, really doesn't have any presence in the movie at all. He shows up at the beginning to give the mission to Lilith. He fucks off. He's not in the movie until, like, the end of the second act to just, like, do a fucking, like, tired trope of, like, forcing everyone to split up just before the end.
There he is.
Oh, thank you. Oh, my lord. Oh my, I forgot how bad that was. Holy shit.
Put that on the screen.
We're doing it. To know. Okay, I'm putting it on. Here it is, chat.
Who okayed that? That's almost as bad as that CGI from that Marvel show where it's just like that kid's face popping up.
Okay, so chat, this is...
I hope you guys know that one.
This is Atlas's face. Atlas's face over some random dudes.
And this is actually in the Marvel show.
Oh my god.
I remember this shit.
Gives me the same vibe.
Literally though.
Oh no, that actually yes. We're talking about this by the way, chat. Oh lord.
That's where I got the inspiration from.
Oh man, I forgot how bad that movie was.
Yeah, that
I don't know what I didn't even notice that. There's that live MDL Sun reaction.
Liberate. Oh man. Wait, what was it? Was something that damn, I could. Damn, there was something they said before.
The bar with this dude's dumbass face.
Oh my god.
And then he just like, he forces her to go look for Tina.
Go get my daughter. You must go get my daughter.
It's something
like talking like a bot.
Yeah.
And then she basically leaves. She fucks off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's like, you got to do this, and she's like, after this contract's done.
And she's just like, no.
Shoots the guy she brought in, and then he's like, yeah, it's done now. What the fuck do you mean? Like, what she didn't get her money?
No, but then like Atlas like pays her a bunch of money up front. He's like, and then she just looks at it and just like, ooh, and then like, and then it just immediately, it just cuts to Pandora and like more like really jaggy like Cate Blanchett doing a narration voiceover, which is just always the best way. It's always the best way, you know.
Like a Borderlands playthrough video summary of what she's doing.
Right.
What's up? Ooh, what's up, guys? It's Cate Blanchett here with another Borderlands video.
And after a while, I shot some bandits. And it was real smelly here. I mentioned it smelled.
And it was just like the most like bland, generic.
And Claptrap came out of literally nowhere, out of a dumpster heap.
Oh my god!
Programmed apparently to come and find her.
Yeah.
I'm putting my foot down. Anyone who's giving Jack Black a pass deserves to not watch a film for the rest.
Actually, I give him a pass.
No, I do not.
I can give him. I can give a little bit of a pass.
Better than the Borderlands 3 Claptrap voice actor.
Yes,
I think he's still better than the new Claptrap voice actor.
We're revoking Fishman's film watching authorities. He can no longer do it.
Damn, no more Borderlands movie? Are you serious?
No more Borderlands movie.
Are you serious?
He was dreadful. He was dreadful.
I disagree. I thought he wasn't bad, actually. I thought he'd be worse.
Okay, I thought it would be a lot worse as well, and I think it's mainly because everyone else on the set was actually there in Budapest. But Jack Black was just doing voiceover somewhere else, so he actually got to actually put some heart into the role because he didn't know that it was going to be so shit. He probably knew when you were there.
It wasn't Jack Black's fault.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I think it's kind of sounds like he was ad-libbing a lot of it.
They made him say were the worst part about it.
I mean, it kind of felt like half of his dialogue was kind of ad-libbing though. It didn't really
They
fit.
said just do Jack Black.
All right, can you for this scene? Can you do Jack Black, please? Just do a Jack Black impression, please. That'll be good.
Yeah, you start screaming.
And then they're just like, well, we'll add a little filter over it. You'll kind of sound like Claptrap. It'll work.
It sounded like
he was driving the car, and he was like, I'm a robot driving. I'm so good at driving. Robot driving. And that was supposed to be a joke. Oh my God. That was another point where I was laughing so bad. It was funny.
I was just dead at that point. I was just sad.
It wasn't even a joke. It wasn't even sarcastic. I don't know what it was.
The only Claptrap part that got me was the one before that one, where Lilith left him behind, and she looks in the rear view or something, and he's like,
"It's not running.
You left me, or whatever the fuck." He's screaming about how he's left behind. That was.
And apparently Claptrap can drive at 50 miles an hour, which I didn't know.
Yeah,
he was following that car at max speed on his little tire, dude. And Creed just grabbed him and pulled him into the car like nothing. It was
yeah, he was.
How was he keeping up with that?
He was wheeling, bro. He was wheeling.
I mean, did he really need to get into the car at that point? Why did they spend 10 minutes trying to get a car in the beginning of the movie?
Is like a missile.
No, that is another really good point. He is he cannot be even damaged. It's crazy.
Bandits mag-dumped him and he was chilling.
Yeah, it was
not even just magnumed him. It was a 30-second scene of him just getting shot up, just getting destroyed.
Probably the longest still shot in the whole movie. The longest constant shot.
That's probably what they let breathe the longest, right there. That and him shitting the bullets afterwards. That's about it.
Yeah, the really deserved. The best scene.
But the funniest part about it was even the.
We're getting off the track though.
Okay.
We gotta go back a little.
All right, so
that's my fault.
All right, she arrives at Pandora, right? She gets the really corny narration in, and then basically there's a bunch of kids, right? And she's just like, oh no, the kids. Then she saves the kids.
Oh, that was stupid.
Yeah, I ran into some scavenger kids.
Yeah, no, that was all in the narration, wasn't it?
In the Borderlands universe.
Oh my God, that's right. I forgot that they were all that was all in just the opening narration for Pandora.
Mm-hmm.
I came across some scavenger kids. Scavs, they call them.
That should have been most of the movie. Was her walking around Pandora doing things, but instead they skipped it.
Yeah, they skipped so much, and even just as early as this bit, where she tries to get the car, and then she just immediately arrives where Tina is because Claptrap just fucking knows for some reason.
Yeah, she has that stupid. I hate the pictures in the movie. How they're just a two-sided video green screen that plays the whole time.
Yeah, and it's just Tina smiling, doing different poses.
Yeah, she's going through a fucking GIF loop, smiling. Jesus Christ! Just
how did they get? How did they get the recording of that? I was just so I was thinking way too much every time that came on.
Green piece of paper they're holding, and they just impose it on with green screen. I imagine
it's funny. Oh, it's dumb.
And then she gives it to Claptrap, and he's like, "Oh yeah," he sends a picture of her exact location.
That was my own.
Since we've been already talking about the vehicle they were in, we got to talk about the runner itself.
That thing goofy as hell. That thing was really dumb looking.
Yeah,
it actually looked really bad, didn't it?
Okay, actually,
it was raised up. It looked like a bug, like an insect walking around instead of a car.
Joe, and when you see the trailer, you think that there's obviously going to be more than just that scene in the trailer that the runner's going to be, but it's really just it turning around the corner and that's it. And then Cate Blanchett does the rollover gun shit. But I thought that would be an action scene, when she was actually in Firestone. Why did they build an entire set just so she could do one flip with the Infinity, and then the Infinity never shows up again?
One box and shot.
Yeah, the Infinity doesn't show up again.
She gets her own runner though, which looks even worse than the one that she blew up.
That's true, because that one was CGI, and the one that she was in, I think, is the practical model that they actually made.
It's so weird.
The one Randy sat on and broke.
And it broke, yeah. Yep.
A classic.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. And
I got
so
some
what happens after
screenshots
she
of
gets
the runner, too, if you want to pull those up.
She drove... Yeah, we should pull up one, actually.
Here, let's see. I'll pull up the best one I got.
Okay.
But then she drove it to Tina, who was in Tundra Express. They still called it Tundra Express.
Didn't they call it Three
But it was
Horns?
literally just the same desert canyon they've been in the whole time.
I thought they called it Three Horns Valley, didn't they? I can't remember. It was a
they
a location.
Where Tina was Tundra Express, because it's where you find her in the games, and that's like the only nod to the actual Tina. That and she says "badonkadonk" one time.
Okay, that is like the cringiest scene ever. Like, I hated that because I remember
Can you grab my badonkadonk.
Yeah, it's so uncomfortable.
It didn't work.
No, my friend who like doesn't know Borderlands, who was sitting next to me, literally like involuntarily just went, "What?" Like when he heard that, and I couldn't blame him. Like that was just, it was the cringiest shit ever.
No, that is just, they did not get Tina right at all.
It just like that was the bit, I think. It was like MG, I think. His soul left his body and he had to take a moment for himself just to get it back.
No, I don't even blame him.
No, I don't either.
That's why I included that, because I fucking relate. You know, I completely get what he means.
Yeah, no, it was just so disappointing.
Ooh, there's the Goofy runner.
Oh yeah, that's the runner from.
That's a good shot too. That gets you the full effect.
Yeah, this was the runner that Lilith finds. This is not
like the cockpit from a fighter jet and put legs on.
Chat, this is not the one from the trailer. This is the one that. So basically, oh right, wrong button. In this cage,
she literally gets it like right after.
In this cage, there is a bunch of just kids, and then Lilith saves all the kids in the cage, then just drives off with it, and then arrives where Tina is, which is here. But like, look at this. I forgot how bad this looked. Oh my god, I didn't think it was that bad. This is actually not good at all. This is really bad.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Hang on. Let me get this other angle of it where you could see how big it is and how like little Kate Blanchett looks.
Goofy air runner.
It's so
because
funny.
This is Tundra Express, but I'll give them credit. This set looks really good if they were going for a Borderlands 1 Claptrap DLC map.
Yeah.
Right?
Like, it looks just like
if they were doing Revolution.
Parts.
God damn. I mean, the set design was.
It's not terrible. They just only have one set. Like they only have one area they film things, and it's some canyon.
Yeah.
So, one thing I forgot to mention was apparently it was Crom's Canyon at the end, by the way. So there was another map from the game.
Was Crom with all the holes in it? That was Crom's Canyon?
Yeah.
That was not Crom's Canyon. That's some bullshit. Why were there even holes there?
That's what they said.
Okay, okay.
Before the movie even came out, apparently that was said.
Okay,
That's
really?
tragic.
Are you sure that they weren't just referring that they were in a canyon and Crom was also there? I guess that would make it Crom's Canyon, but why would Crom own the canyon that the vault is in?
Don't ask me, but that's what got fucking.
It's not. Doesn't make any sense.
Fucking Air Ducts mod guy. That's what got him banned from or blocked from Randy Pitchford. Was mentioning that the vault was in the middle of the goddamn
Crom's Canyon. Oh god, am I next?
Weeks before the movie was out. Yeah.
Yeah, that is wacky. I don't know why the holes were there. The holes were like drilled into there, just I guess to represent that they were looking for the vault in that area.
That looks so stupid though.
But
it literally looked like a
to build tension because like 2 or 3 different times the character was just hanging on the edge of one of those holes, like.
Oh yeah, I thought you meant in the walls, but like you meant just like the random like
on the ground.
Yeah, they're just like the perfect circle holes, just like in random spots.
Handsome Jack's been drilling iridium there.
Oh no.
Well, where were we in the plot? So she found Tina.
Yeah, so she just finds Tina. Can you grab my badonkadonk?
And are living like some happy family.
Oh, thanks for the screenshot, Hellfire.
That is a real screenshot from this film, folks. That is a real screenshot.
I don't know. It's a very obscure screenshot.
That's a great screenshot. You know, you should actually get into movie journalism, I think.
Yeah.
It'd be really good. Photography, yeah. That'd be good.
And then also, here you go. Here's another.
Oh damn, we got 2 for the price of 1 with this guy. Oh my lord.
But yeah, so Lilith rolls up, finds Tina, then Krieg jumps out of a dumpster and starts fighting her, and then neither of them hurt each other at all. And then Roland shows up out of nowhere, and then they all start a high-speed chase with Atlas.
Yeah, I mean,
literally nothing happens.
I mean, we can talk a little bit more about the weird boss fight that they had with like Tina and Krieg, because I mean, I said in my review that it was probably the only fight that really felt like it was like choreographed in the movie.
That was the best bit of action.
Like it had set pieces, which was a thing. It wasn't. I mean, it wasn't great. And I looked really bad when Tina threw the like the bombs behind her back. Like that looked really so bad. Stupid. Like it was very obviously.
Like she turned around and threw two behind her back. It was like, oh my God.
The rabbits.
Yeah, it did not look good. It didn't really look that good. But I mean, it was alright. Like when Krieg comes out and then like she like launches herself up to Tina.
When he flings her. When he flings fucking Kate Blanchett in the air, and it literally looks like she's being held up by strings.
She goes to CGI and she launches like 80 feet onto the top of Tina standing.
Yeah, and I'm like, stop. Dude.
And then Tina's standing there with like
a bazooka,
a launcher.
Yeah,
it looked kind of like a Nukem or something. I don't know if it was a real Borderlands weapon.
It looked like a Torg. It looked like a Torg launcher from BL3.
It did look like a Torg launcher. She's like, mine's bigger. Like a terrible fucking joke. Again, abysmal attempt at a joke.
Yeah,
it was rough.
And then they just team up.
No,
like for no reason.
Then Nox just randomly shows up. Like I hate anytime Nox shows up, it's incredibly fucking random.
That character in the movie so much.
Oh no, that's like the you and what army? The one right behind me. They actually say
unironically in the movie.
They do it unironically. Like it's, oh my God, like it's really.
She's sitting there on her little fucking. They're on those vehicles from the Hammerlock DLC. What do they call it again?
No. They're on the Stingrays from pre-sequel.
Stingray. Oh, the pre-sequel. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
The Stingrays, which I don't think those can actually fly like that, but in the movie they fly like airplanes. And
well, no, that's like but they use that as like a plot point. But like they fly in the movie, but then as soon as like they go to Pisswash Gully and like they go over like the big like canyon, they're like, no, the Stingrays can't hover over that far. That they need lands to hover. Like what?
Yeah,
like they were flying before. What are you talking about?
They just stop. They literally just stop and wait for fucking Roland to use the boost and blast through the Thresher.
When they go to Pisswash Gully, it's so funny because they all just stop and then like, and then he goes through and then they're like, you know what? We can go through too. And then like afterwards, then they like start catching up. It's like, why the fuck did you wait before?
Like, I completely understand why Eli Roth, I think it was, went on record in an interview and said, you need to turn your brain off for this movie.
Yes, that was Eli Roth who said that.
That's the only way you're going to enjoy it, is if you literally just go full moron and just watch this like you've been paint for the last 3 weeks.
I tried to. Like, that was like something I really tried to do. It was just, all right, turn my brain off, sit back, watch the movie. And it doesn't let you, because it makes choices.
Yeah.
It makes choices that are so odd that it kind of makes you think. And it's like, why would they do that? And then like, as soon as you question one thing, everything falls apart. So,
because your intelligence is being insulted to a point with this movie.
Yeah.
It really is.
The whole thing's an insult.
Oh man.
I wonder why Rick and Mordecai weren't in the movie. Yeah, funny you should say that. Randy Pitchford on Twitter, you guys see that? How there's like an extra
stop.
in the sewer grate in one of the scenes. You can see his hand like open, and then Randy said, "I'm so happy someone caught that. That was actually Brick, but we cut him out of the movie."
Meanwhile, it's a fucking dude with a COVID mask and a goddamn ball cap. Yeah, I'm sure that was Brick.
Even if it was, that's even worse. Because like what? So you were gonna put Brick, but decided no. Really? No Brick?
Yeah, it definitely was.
Can we get this tweet up?
That's the worst part.
Can we get this tweet up somehow? Wait, I want to see this. Hold on.
You haven't seen that tweet?
I feel like I did see.
I don't know if it's a tweet. I think it is a tweet.
I think I saw it, but like I don't really remember it. Like if there was like a picture or anything with it.
He replied. It was either, I think he quote tweeted the first reply that called out the hatch thing. Like
here it is. This article has it. This is on screen.
Oh no, I do remember that. Yeah.
Well, yeah, for people who don't know the hatch thing, I'll send that in.
Yeah, okay, so for anyone who doesn't know, even during the trailer, which you can see,
Yeah, that's what this is from right here. This is from the trailer.
Even in the trailer and in the movie, you can see a guy lift the manhole to the Caustic Caverns. I'll put it up right now. You can see this random obviously
Caustic sewers, we should call it.
Yeah, the Caustic sewers. You can see that this is just a regular like production guy, and Randy was saying that it was Brick for some reason. Somehow, because why would Brick? Why would be there to just open the manhole and be a continuity error, then just never show up?
Maybe that's their character design for Brick. Who knows?
Oh yeah, the BL4 character design.
Worried about COVID. I don't know.
Brick is very health conscious in the movie.
And like, kind of seeing them all with masks, it's kind of like, yeah, this was filmed in like 2020 or something. Like, it was filmed ages ago and had to be changed that many times with editing, like from like the art with the rating changing and stuff like that. Like, this movie was like presumably should have been done ages ago. Because I mean, Cate Blanchett
kind of like it sat on the shelf for a while. Like they filmed it and then it just sat and collected dust for a couple years.
It's kind of weird because it's like this is just like something that like came back to haunt Cate Blanchett because she made this movie and then she made Tar and then she won an Oscar for Tar and then this comes out after somehow. and then this comes out after even though she like made it before and now it's just like the worst and then they took the Oscar back. Yeah, they did that today.
They took it away.
Yeah. They can't take it away.
I was like, what?
They should. No, it's not her fault. Nobody could have done well in those conditions.
No. Oh man.
I honestly thought that although she did not look like Tannis at all, I thought she acted pretty good for Tannis.
Dude, what about
I hated Tannis.
Except for all the emotional shit they tried to.
I could not stand Jamie. I really like Jamie Lee Curtis as an actor. I hated her as Tannis.
Yeah, I'm with you. When she shows up, dude, I was like, "What? Do you not know where you're at?" Like she's acting like she's 90 years old. It was almost like they were playing into it to me. I know it's supposed to be like, "Oh, she's crazy."
Well, that's just how she is. That's how she always is.
Yeah. But it just played off to me like she was an old bastard. And they did the same thing with Moxxi. When Moxxi shows up, she's like actually acting like she's 90 years old.
Yeah.
I liked Tannis better when they introduced her, but as soon as Lilith and her started backstory, emotional past bullshit, I was just like, God damn, what are we doing?
I mean, I think what they were doing with Tannis, because I remember Jamie Lee Curtis said this in an interview, that they were leaning very heavily into Tannis being autistic, and like that's why she's always so like non-emotional in every scene.
Yeah, I can see that.
And like, I was kind of thinking of that the whole time, and it felt very off, and it felt like it's such an odd decision to do. And like, not that like
it was odd.
Yeah,
they went too hard on trying emotional stuff like the whole time. Like,
yes,
like late in the movie, this is like way out of fucking order, but there's like a fake out Roland Kevin Hart death.
That was so dumb for no reason too.
They try and make it like at the end, try and make it look like fucking all the Vault Hunters are about to get killed, basically. And you know they're not.
Yeah,
it's just like really drawn up and corny, and they don't let it sit for long enough to where you're actually thinking, oh, this person might die or these characters might die. It's more just they're just trying to pull at our strings here.
I mean, it works. It works so much less as well because they already did it in the movie with Roland, and then he came back right at the final act somehow. Like they never explain it.
In the final act, they try the same thing.
Yeah, they do the exact same thing again. Yeah, and then Lilith floats around for a bit, and it's okay.
Well, we're getting a bit ahead of ourselves.
And I can't help it. That's the best scene in the whole movie.
I forgot what
it's such a frustrating
Caustic Caverns yet.
Yeah.
No, we're not even there. We're not even at Piss Wash yet. We're talking about the chase scene now. That's where we're up to. So Commander Knox finds them, you and what army? And then it's like, okay, Roland randomly shows up on the scene with a car and is like, what the fuck?
That's not just some car. That is the Borderlands truck. That is the Borderlands truck. Everyone knows it.
Yeah.
Most iconic thing of all time. You've lost it if you don't know what it is.
Yeah, you're right. Fan. Yeah, you're right.
The Borderlands truck. That's what Marcus dropped you off in the first Borderlands game.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. Oh yeah, we didn't talk about Marcus at all. His scene.
He was good.
He only had 2 scenes in the movie, but they were fine.
Yeah,
he did a great Marcus act.
I agree.
His outfit just sucked.
I liked him. I really liked him. I think with the first scene like dragging on for way too long, like with the video or whatever, like that's the joke. But it is kind of good payoff when they get to Sanctuary, and then it's like, oh, so what are you doing? Oh, I'm vault hunting. You know, I liked that. I liked that. That was a fun joke.
That little Marcus laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
I like that.
He does do a good Marcus.
I don't know if I laughed, but it definitely put a smile on my face.
He pointed out that she had the Infinity. He's the only guy who actually like mentioned the gun by name.
Yeah, he was. He knew.
That was like
Marcus,
that was a cool moment.
Yeah, Marcus was like the most Borderlands part of the Borderlands movie, and he's in 2 scenes only, which sucks. Well, technically really 3. It's technically 3, but he doesn't do anything in the 3rd. He doesn't do anything in the 3rd.
Yeah.
He just talks to Nox for a bit, going, "No, I don't know where they are, but nice gun."
It's that Roland wasn't so stoic in BL1. Hard disagree. He wouldn't even get his picture taken in the intro BL1. He was the definition of stoic in BL1.
Yeah, he put his hand up. Yeah, he literally put his hand up.
That's literally his character in BL1. Is he's the hard ass military guy that you know isn't there to fuck around.
It's always nice to get resupplied.
Personally, I gave the movie a 2 out of 10. That was my ranking for it. And
always root for more loot.
One of my points was Marcus. I gave Marcus a point, and I gave fucking surprisingly Kevin Hart, I thought, did okay. He wasn't amazing, but I thought he was surprising for what I thought I was going to get out of him.
Yeah.
So he got a point from me.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like you can't just like count like a point per character. That's why I gave it a 1, because there was like 2 characters. There were only 2 characters I like. I'm not giving you a point each.
He was in the movie more, maybe I'd give it another point for him, but he just didn't have enough going on.
The pros for me.
Oh, it's lagging a bit.
The pros for me. The 2 characters, scenes that they were okay.
Okay, you are very robotic right now.
Okay.
Okay.
That one came in perfect.
That is why I okay.
There you go. Okay. Cashew's in here.
Yeah, okay, hold up. Can you just leave and come back? Hellfire. There we go.
Come back to the light, Hellfire.
Oh, it's back.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Alright, so what were you saying before you went all robo mode?
Well, I was saying, okay, I remember. It was that those 2 characters were the only parts that like even though some of the fucking Kevin Hart shit wasn't great, I think overall they got like the best shit to do and executed it the best.
Yes.
Not Marcus, he obviously didn't get a lot, but what he did get, he did well. I think everybody agrees on that.
Yeah.
Right?
I think everyone.
Marcus, for sure.
I think I've seen a lot of reviews now after I've got mine out, and most people do actually cite Marcus as a good thing, which is odd for such a small role. Like, I mean, he left an impression. Yeah, really. I mean, he made an
and I found. Did you guys hear who we also played? He was apparently a character called Dutch in Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yes, I did hear that, and it made a lot of sense. Yeah, he's Dutch.
Is like one of the main. I never played Red Dead Redemption 2. I know he's like a integral character, one of the main characters.
Yeah, he is basically the main character.
So he's got some experience.
Yeah, no, it's really good.
Yep.
It's really good. Like, yeah.
So it makes sense as to why he nailed it so good. A bunch of people were mentioning that in the comments of my review.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Like, oh yeah, that's sick. I've never played through that game either, but I know how fucking critically acclaimed it is. Obviously.
I have played through that game. Can confirm, pretty good.
I've heard the story is really good. It's long, I've heard.
It's very long.
It's worth it.
It's very long, but it is good.
Is Krieg missing his right eye as per canon? Is that true? Is he missing his right eye?
No, they break his mask and he's completely fine.
Okay, and then why does he shoot right-handed? Judson, I don't think he fires a gun, to be honest. I think he's only using his buzz axe the whole time.
Yeah.
And then like kicks a couple of dudes and bloodshot.
That final fight between him and Crom was so disappointing, but we'll get to that.
We'll get to it. We'll get to it. That's one part I'm very excited to talk about.
So
okay, chase scene.
They're running from Nox, and then Nox. They get to this pit with a giant thresher in it, and then Nox just literally parks cars behind Roland, giving him an obvious escape route. So then he boosts through the thresher, and everyone's fine.
Yeah,
and they get piss all over him, and that's a funny moment.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
it's not. It's not
so
funny at all,
they do insinuate a lot of stuff with like apparently like Roland and Commander Knox apparently were like going out or something, question mark. They don't explain it and they don't elaborate on it. But
when did they do that?
I don't know.
Yeah,
at some point
pick up on that either.
they did it during the chase scene and like when they saw Roland, and they did it at like the second
Are you saying because he like winked at her?
I mean,
Roland vaguely knew who she was ever since the start, because they ran into her when they broke Tina out. When he broke Tina out at the start, they like knocked her out in one shot, and he's like, "Sorry, Knox."
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They had something going there.
They never gave any information on their.
No, they did. I think.
No, where? Tell me where.
Well, no, they didn't do it well, but like they kind of just like they suggested, like during the chase scene. Like she like knew Roland.
I don't know that at all. I don't know. You'll have to pull that up for me.
I can't pull up a full clip from the movie, but like
whole movie.
There's like one.
The old 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, but there's like one scene I think that they're like, so you and Knox used to have a thing or something, and then he just like goes shush or whatever, and then it ends. Like it's like seconds long, but I remember it happening. Which is the only thing that can possibly explain Knox's incredibly funny move at the end of the movie. The only time I actually I laughed a lot during that scene. That was my favorite scene.
Well, I'm just gonna try, even if that is actually in there, I'm gonna try and forget you told me that, because that just makes it even worse.
Yeah, but yeah, they do insinuate that at some point, but yeah,
that might just take the movie down to a 1 right there. Marcus gets the only point.
I just remembered the only part. I just remembered more of the movie, which is why I gave it a 1 and you gave it a 2.
There you go.
The guy who fell asleep gave it a 3.
There you go.
So if I just didn't say the movie, I probably would have given it a 4. You know.
Yeah, I would have rated it better never seeing it. I'd be like, can't be that bad.
I mean, me and my friends were like 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. Like, how the fuck does that happen? Nah, it can't be that bad.
Yeah.
It was that bad.
It was that bad.
It was that bad. Oh, man. But
it somehow lived up to every bit of stinky turdness that it could have.
I mean, because we gave it so much shit as well, and I was kind of feeling a little bit bad, because I didn't want to just, like, shit on the movie a ton. Like, obviously, you know, people worked on it. I don't want to be that guy, but at the same time, like, we were completely right about it, and that is not fun. I don't want to be right. You know?
It's not ideal. We're in a bad timeline.
Yeah, I wanted to be just, like, completely shut up.
It's sad because it's not everybody's fault that worked on the movie, right? But
yeah.
There's a lot of people at fault there with what happened to that movie.
Yeah, writers, directors.
One of the writers took their name off the movie, right? And then put alias.
Craig.
They literally were so embarrassed about how bad their writing was.
He's Joe Crombie or some shit.
Yeah, like what a joke of a human being. You're gonna write that dog shit and not be able to own up to it.
And he didn't even claim the alias. Someone asked him if he was Joe Crombie, and he said he'd never heard of him before.
Who? They asked who?
Craig Mazin. He actually wrote it.
Yeah.
So basically, Craig Mazin.
I didn't know who it was.
So Craig Mazin wrote the original script. Craig Mazin,
he's just like speculation.
He wrote The Last of Us.
Or people just assume it's
so I'll explain it.
Oh, it's confirmed.
Yeah, he wrote it. He wrote the original, right? And this is the same guy who wrote The Last of Us show, right? But that wasn't out yet. So he wrote the Borderlands movie. Then Eli Roth got a hold of the script and apparently changed it. Apparently it was really good. That's what he said. Apparently it was really good, and then Eli Roth got his hands on it and changed a bunch of stuff and made it bad. Apparently that's what happens.
Me.
I mean, it sounds like a pretty big cope, if I'm going to be honest, but whatever.
Well, whenever two directors try to make the same movie, it never works out. That's what happened with like the new Star Wars trilogy.
Yeah, well, he wasn't. He was just
directors for some of the movies, and they didn't have the same.
I mean, he wasn't a director; he was just a writer, and then Eli Roth changed it. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but then.
Well, that's why. Why is he changing the writing if he's the?
Yeah, but apparently because he changed the writing, he left and he took his name off the project because it wasn't his writing anymore. He's like, yeah,
he's also an actor too. That's why Eli Roth does everything.
Messier though. It gets messier though when you talk about the reshoots because Eli Roth was doing Thanksgiving during the time and didn't come back for the reshoots. Somebody else did them.
Oh my god! So it was 3 different people, really.
Wow.
We got
3 different people's movie.
Yeah.
And the estimated number for the amount of writers that worked on it is somewhere between 16 and 17.
Yes, no 16. I heard 15 to 16.
No way.
I heard 15 to 16.
How does that many human beings get together and write that?
Yeah, well, we knew this like very early on, like even before the movie was like its first trailer. Like a lot of writers.
I was never that into the movie. I don't know. I was just waiting for it to come.
It went through it went through a lot of writers, and a lot of them took their name off of it and just threw it to the next guy, and then they were like, "Nope, this is shit." And then like like it was in development hell for a while. It took a while for this movie to come out for a reason. Like it wasn't looking good for a long time. But keep hope alive.
Yeah.
It was a whole thing, really. Whole situation. But alright, let's get back to the movie. So they finished the chase scene.
Every time we try talking about it, it's crazy.
It's natural. It's fine. It works.
You could tell this movie emotionally impacted us.
I mean,
we can't even hold it in. We're just all over.
Okay, it's very hard to talk about it just like one scene at a time because the pacing is so bad that like you feel like and then that's this true. Bit and then it's this bit because like that's the natural segue. But no, there's actually this bit in the middle that doesn't matter, but you still have to talk about it. And there's also that bit as well. But the pacing the pacing. Bad.
Bullshit.
Pacing is very bad. And speaking of the pacing, next scene, they talk about, we should go to Sanctuary. And then the next scene after that, they arrive at Sanctuary. Nothing really happens, apart from like, I don't trust Lilith. And then at the end of the scene, they're like, I trust Lilith. There's a lot of that going on. There's a lot of that going on.
Murderous bounty hunter. We can't have her with us. And like, but Atlas is my enemy too. And Roland's like, okay.
That's fine.
I guess you're right.
They just roll out. Then they roll out. That's it.
But before that, he had no problem with her just jumping in the car with. Like driving the car they were in.
But like, it actually makes zero. Like when you think about it, like Lilith is there, like hired by Atlas, right? Here to kill Tiny Tina or to apprehend Tiny Tina.
To take her back.
Right. And then, as she is about to do it, like she is like right there. The Atlas military comes in to stop her, and then she has no choice but to run away in a random car that shows up. Like, why?
Yeah, that is odd. I think maybe I could be misremembering. I thought Nox said something when she pulled up on her Stingray about like wanting the glory for herself or wanting the credit for herself. I think.
Oh, maybe
bringing her back.
Maybe
I think that's
it's not a strong reason. It's not a strong reason.
Workers competing, pretty much.
I guess.
Yeah, but it's so dumb still. Like that explains it, but it's still a stupid explanation.
It doesn't really explain it. Like it's not strong enough to really warrant the entire fucking.
She wanted to get the gazillion space dollars from Atlas instead of Lilith, I'd imagine.
I mean, yeah, that would be a good reason if that was explained at all, and it wasn't just your random headcanon.
Okay, Cashew.
I'm just.
You fucking asshole. Because Atlas isn't going to pay the person that gives him his daughter. He already gave Lilith.
Fucking Commander Nox already works for him. So, well, I mean...
No, Lilith, she doesn't. Not really.
Yes, she does. She's the commander of the Atlas military.
What did she do to help him the whole movie? Answer me that.
Lilith is a bounty hunter. Of course she needs to be paid.
What did Commander Nox do to aid Atlas in the entire film?
She leads the military.
She did nothing and then betrayed him at the end.
Come on, that's the best scene though. It's so emotional when she's like, you know what, Roland, I'm with you, and then she gets vaporized. It's the best scene. I did get
pretty happy when she was finally gone.
Bro, that was amazing. That's an amazing scene. I love that scene so much.
we have Judson Gaden in the chat, and he's mentioning how the Infinity Pistol looks more like the Synergy, and also how he's talking about how shit doesn't reload. I don't think any of them reloaded their weapons in the movie at all. I think everything was the Infinity Pistol.
Pretty much, yeah. Or they would just like cut away and like imply that they reloaded.
Right.
I guess.
You just had to assume.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't really think of a time where they reloaded. It was mainly just Lilith with her two revolvers, her two wacky looking revolvers, and like she wouldn't really like shoot them like guns. She would kind of just like do poses and point them.
She had
like, in random
had one infinity in that scene.
There was one scene. There was one scene, and then she flips over the toilet, and then she like shoots it a couple times, and then it never shows up again.
No, the infinity's there when she's doing fucking dual pistols at the end and shit.
Yeah, she's had the infinity pretty much the whole movie. That's like when she shoots the car with at the start when she's doing the like recap of walking through Pandora.
Oh, but it just shoots like Marcus a regular 6-shooter.
No, it's
like a regular gun the whole time.
It's just like if the barrel spins. That's the only thing that makes it look like an infinity.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the infinity symbol.
I could have sworn that like when she's doing like the weird like in Bloodshot Stronghold, when she's doing the random like poses and just like one shot. Like I feel like that was still. I mean, if that was still the infinity, like it just changed how it works. I guess I don't know. It was too dark. It was too dark in those scenes.
Yeah, that whole shit was so hard to even watch.
It's so dark and flashing lights. How am I supposed to like remember this shit? It's not that it matters that much. It doesn't matter that much.
It doesn't look great.
Oh yeah, you're right. I guess it was. There you go, chat. The infinity.
She's just using it like Nisha or something.
Dude, there's some parts of this where she's literally just like flailing the guns around like toys, like just like smacking them around. It's so
that's what I was talking about.
This is one of those moments right here.
What is this, chat? Is she like cocking the gun like it's?
No, she's got another gun in her other hand, I think, pointing the other way.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay, I thought she was like holding the infinity like a revolver.
Like Maggie, from this angle in 144p.
Yeah, I don't think we can give it that much credit.
Confirmed, guys.
What you want to do a Hellfire and call it Maggie confirmed?
Maggie confirmed. I'll die on that hill.
I'll die on that hill for real.
Black and red revolver.
Yeah, this one's like slightly purple. That's the Maggie.
Yeah, Maggie confirmed.
Look, it has sights and everything. I'll die on this hill. I'll die on this hill.
It's the fabled Unforgiven Maggie.
We have. I think they literally only had like 5 guns in the movie.
Yeah, Roland had his one assault rifle and the sidearm. Tina had that. That looks like a Nukem without the skin, right? That's what I see.
I just see regular Torg BL3 launcher. This one here, chat. Regular Torg BL3 launcher.
Yeah.
Nothing too crazy.
See, I don't even know what a Torg BL3 launcher looks like.
It looks like that. It's like a blue one, kinda. It's not like any unique one.
Yeah, they do all kind of look. They just look like a tube.
Yeah.
Big old tube.
This is a big old tube. Yeah.
Oh, that one's kind of cool. That one's got like a dragon head on it.
Yeah. Oof.
An exhaust pipe. That's Torg as fuck. An exhaust pipe on a rocket launcher.
Yeah, got another one here of the Infinity that Cashew said was only in the one scene.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't.
You didn't even like the movie, did you? You didn't even like it.
You know what? I don't think I did. You know, I'm a hashtag fucking fake Borderlands movie fan.
Have like 3 holes like a pepper shaker, and then the bottom is a real barrel. Maybe that's why she was firing a single shot. Maybe infinity on one side and then the other side's like a.
Oh, it's like BO3. It's got alternate firing modes, of course.
It flips around. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a Moloko. It was a Moloko the whole time.
I've anyone's ever seen that.
It was a Moloko the whole time. See, they actually really cared. It was actually like they had like so much like depth went into this movie.
I can give them a little bit of credit for that, but still, every gun should have been easily noticeable, and everyone should have had them, and they should have been because this is Borderlands. Damn it.
Yeah, I mean. There should have been more, definitely.
Every bandit should have had just a weapon you could pick out of the crowd and be like, oh.
Yeah, just fun little Easter eggs like that.
This next one you can save for when we get to Caustic in a minute.
Is it the rats?
Crud hole.
Is it the rats?
What? There weren't rats in it, was there?
Yeah, there was in one scene. There was rats. Yo!
Rain Plays got the popcorn bucket. Thank you for the $2.
Thank you, Rain Plays, for the $2. I appreciate that. What is that? Oh wait, I can't remember. Was that when they teleported out?
That's where the Caustic Caverns are.
Under there.
Oh, that's right.
What are you, ignorant or something? Is it
what, do you not like this movie?
The Caustic Caverns literally didn't exist, I thought, until Sanctuary took off to the sky. Like, there was no way to get to
that
it.
was the lore in the original, but you know, they took some liberties.
It's just some random sewer.
It's just a manhole. It's just a manhole. Caustic Caverns, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they existed before Sanctuary took off. You just couldn't get there. This was the entrance the whole time.
Well, the Caustic Caverns was actually like it was the mining. It was the Sanctuary ship made because it was mining.
The reason Sanctuary was built there was because the mine was there.
Yeah, because they mined that hole.
Even Krieg's like, man, that's it.
He's just looking down at the ground. He's like, "We really about to crawl in the sewer, huh?" This is your best plan.
Chat. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Look at Krieg. He's so disappointed with the manhole.
Why does Tannis look like that with her arm lurched back like she's about to jump down it?
She's just really mad. Just, oh, you're gotta be kidding me. This is all that the Caustic Caverns had to offer. There's no way. Where's Roland? Oh, he's in the background here. You just can't see him. Disappointed Krieg.
That's epic. Sad Krieg is pretty funny.
Why were the Crimson Lance using BL3 era Atlas guns that function like ordinary guns? They were right to leave Smart Tech out, but the Lance should be using, say, BL1 era Atlas guns. I think it was fine. I think, honestly, out of all of the stuff with like guns in this movie, I think that was probably done the best. Like the Atlas guns, because at least they were identifiable as Atlas guns, you know?
True.
I think that looks fine.
Just be like random weapons would be cooler though if they weren't if everyone just had a real.
I mean, you could go on the liberty and say they were all holding the carrier from BL3 because they all look the exact same as the carrier from BL3. But you know,
I don't think it really matters what game the guns come from because the story isn't set in any one game either.
Exactly.
The movie.
As long as they're identifiable. Yeah, as long as like it's all identifiable, it's fine. It's just that none of it is really identifiable. It's so unidentifiable to the way that me and Hellfire can have like an argument if the ladyfinger is actually in there or not.
Right. Like the fact that was never even actually confirmed by anybody, I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, and do you know what's crazy as well? It's like there is a scene in Sanctuary where Marcus talks to Commander Knox. And he's like, oh, the Atlas B-15, like not even a gun or whatever. But like that would have been the perfect time to do it. Oh, I see you have a ladyfinger. Like, boom, you fucking did it.
Right.
And then they can mention TK Baja.
Yeah, just randomly.
Baja mention. Well,
I see you got a TK's bulldog right there.
TK Baja is the goat of Borderlands weapon manufacturers.
Yeah, I mean, he made the wave rifle, dude. Hyperion needs that.
He made the Lady Fist, the Lady Finger. He made the Bulldog, TK's Wave Bulldog. He made the TK's
Have we
Wave.
mentioned, did you guys mention Ellie before I got on here?
Is Ellie in the movie?
Is she in the Scooter?
Yeah, she's in the same like one shot with Scooter. She gets no dialogue, nothing.
I did not even see Ellie. I saw Scooter.
I probably wasn't even paying attention anymore, or I turned it off before that or something. Like I don't even remember that.
Well, you didn't miss nothing. She's legit like sitting on a step at the end or something, or like just standing. At the very
Does she
end.
look like Ellie?
Like a skinny Ellie, yeah.
Skinny Ellie? That's not Ellie, man. Come on. that's just not her. That's most of her character is the way she looks. Like that's half of her character.
Hang on, I'm gonna go over to the 1, 2, 3. I'll grab a screenshot. Give me a minute.
Okay. Yeah, I can't find any screenshot of it on Google Images. I can't be fucked to look that hard.
And apparently,
Pickles,
Scooter and Ellie were supposed to have more to do. Pickle wasn't even in it, was he?
I mean, they said he was as like Marcus's helper. Maybe
he was one of those scavenger kids we'll talk to.
No. It was
passing by.
Eli Roth's said that his son was Pickle. Eli Roth's son is Pickle, and he is Marcus's helper.
Behind the scenes, yep.
Yeah, he's Marcus's helper.
Be some kid standing next to Marcus when he's
like he's standing behind Marcus in every shot, so you can't see him.
You can just see like his left arm.
I was about to say, bro, I didn't see old Pickles once.
Yeah, I wasn't really looking.
They put all these prominent characters in the background and gave them 0. At that point, why even bother?
I mean, it's kind of a cool reference, but it's only cool references if people actually like see them, you know. Like if you're just gonna put them in, if you just put them in one scene at the end, it's not worth it. But like maybe if like maybe you see him a couple of times, at least.
If those characters had even one line of dialogue, I would have cared. Like I would have actually been happy. If she even said hi to Scooter and Ellie one time, you know, like something like that.
This is what they easily could have done. Like they fucking Lilith just gets a runner out of nowhere. Like why couldn't she like call in fucking Scooter on like the Echo or something?
Yeah,
destructed.
I mean, like Claptrap was literally
it doesn't have to be a catch a ride, you know.
I mean, but it really could have been though, because like Claptrap was just this walking fucking plot convenience the entire movie. Like, oh, I know exactly where Tina is. Oh, I know exactly where a car is. Instead of knowing exactly where a car is, he could have said the nearest catch a ride is here, and then like she paid for a car or whatever.
I'll mark the location on your Echo.
Yeah, and then she has to like walk there instead of just magically appearing.
No.
But speaking of magically, segueing into magically appearing somewhere, the gang arrives at Sanctuary. We're back on track.
Yup.
We're back on track to the actual movie.
Yeah, they go to Sanctuary. They go to Moxxi's bar.
Oh, the best part.
Moxxi's there.
Oh man, Moxxi's great.
Moxxi looked fine, but her voice and like the way she talked was just not Moxxi at all.
It was like a 50s diner. That's how she talked.
It did not look like Moxxi's bar either. It wasn't the same like.
Now what are you boys doing over here?
Hardcore 80s like fucking biker bar, like beat someone's ass, get thrown out of a window.
Yeah,
this is the best way I could put it. Is like Moxxi like puts on that like, you know, what's up, sugar? Like she's like, what's up, sugar?
Yeah, Southern hospitality.
She puts on like that high pitched voice though, but we find out in pre-sequel she is like Southern or whatever, right? Cashew?
Yeah. Yes.
But why did they lean into just the Southern thing? Like she didn't even try to put on like Moxxi does, like try and act all fucking bubbly and not Southern.
I mean, but it's not even
yeehaw-fied.
But it's not even like Southern. It's like very like deliberately like 50s diner, where it's not like purposely. I feel like there's no way they purposely made it Southern. That's just they fell into it kind of making sense almost. That I feel like they tried and they were just like, oh, I know exactly how this character should sound because they're a fucking clown. I get this.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
in every other setting, like other than Borderlands, that would be how that character sounds. You know, like that's how you'd expect them to sound anyway.
It's just, I mean,
like
even
like a grimy, southerny, you know, kind of.
I guess.
I don't like it still. I think she looks fine. She looks kind of like Moxxi, you know, good enough.
I mean, if we can just like,
you know, the voice.
Moxxi just doesn't need to be in the movie though. Like the whole thing about going to Moxxi is that, first of all, she knows who Lilith's mother was, right? And that she knows the secret code, and she knows the secret code to Tannis's lab. When you get to Tannis's lab, Tannis knows Lilith's mother, and it's like, well, what the fuck was the point of Moxxi knowing if Tannis knows, and we never see Moxxi again in the whole movie? The only other thing that Moxxi's bar has is Larry. You know Larry. You guys know Larry, right?
Yeah, I know.
Iconic Borderlands character Larry, played by Bobby
it's
Lee.
Ellie and Scooter, guys. There they are. It's the picture.
I know, discount Ellie and discount Scooter.
Yeah, that is sad. That is honestly sad to look at.
Yeah, so
that Scooter, like Ellie looks all right. The Scooter though hurts. Like that's just like a 20-year-old dude with a fake mustache. That's like, I don't know what the hell that is. They got that guy from the.
It's very like first ever cosplay coded. I'm just trying. I just wanted to have fun with my two friends who are really into Borderlands cosplay. That's what I get from this.
Right,
pretty much. It doesn't. It looks like they're like parodying, not like.
Yeah, it looked. Have you ever seen the like years ago there was this Borderlands movie, like college, like project that they made. It looks like the costumes they did for that. It's just a YouTube video. I don't know if y'all have ever seen that. It looks like it looks like that.
Seen that.
It's like it's basically like kind of like a trailer almost, and like there's a guy dressed
really
as Sal. Yeah, it is.
Okay, yeah, and the like Lilith has like yellow eyes in it.
Oh, I don't know about that, but like I don't know. I'll get it up. It shouldn't be too hard to find. Actually, it might be incredibly hard to find now because the Borderlands movie exists.
And the Salvador looks like really goofy.
Yeah, hold on. Is there a way you can sort it by like the release date, but like from years ago? Like oldest first?
Yeah, you can sort by upload time, I think.
You can do it by upload date.
The Borderlands fan movie trailer?
Yes.
Thing? Let me just look that up.
I'm just gonna try and find fan movie.
You should be
Home Sweet Sanctuary. I think it's this one. Yeah, I found it. Hold on. I'll just post that.
The Borderlands 2 live action commercials look better than the movie. I didn't even know they had these.
Borderlands 2 live action.
Yeah.
I remember one person like dressing up as Salvador.
No, I think this is an actual. I don't know if this is an act. No, this is definitely not an actual ad. This might be what you're talking about.
Yeah, well, I put it in the Discord.
Why is it? It's a link to YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah, it's YouTube.com.
You want me to find it myself?
It's on YouTube.com, man.
You son of a bitch. Send the video or something.
I did. I don't know what happens. Okay, let me try that again.
Here's the video.
Here's the video. That's okay. This is the one. That's not the same one.
Home Sweet Sanctuary. That's maybe not.
Yes, that's it.
This unironically is so much better.
Chat, look at this.
Than the movie.
Look at this. See? We can see, look, we got Axton.
Mac reacted to this.
Did he?
If I'm not mistaken. I think so.
This is really old. But see, look.
This is not the one I was watching.
See,
what's crazy is like, now, though, though it's old and like, even though it's very like fan made and fucking low budget, some of the characters like look better than the movie somehow.
Yeah.
The Roland's gun looks great. I mean, that.
Honestly, Lilith looks pretty good in this trailer. A lot better.
Zero looks goofy as hell though. They lost me.
Zero is
fucking massive. Zero's like tiny.
Hold on.
Zero's head is so huge.
But he's like tiny though.
He's like short. He's shorter than Gage, and he's got a giant head.
Yeah.
And then Salvador's just not Salvador.
Yeah, and he's got the blue beard.
I'll give him A for effort because this is not like no budget, no film crew.
All right, look, guys, here comes Zero. Oh, look at the review. That's a psycho. Never mind. Wait, where the fuck's Zero at? What the fuck, dude? Hold on.
He's right at the start.
Here he is. The Zero, like from his helmet, is like superimposed on the ends. Oh, that's awesome. That's great.
That live action trailer I sent, I don't know if that's fan made or if that's real or not, but it looks pretty good. It looks better than the movie and this.
Yeah, look at that bandit assault rifle in the thumbnail alone.
Yeah. I mean, it looks pretty good. But anyways.
I've never seen this one.
Me neither. I can't believe I've never seen this before.
What, the live action extended commercial?
Yeah.
I've never seen this either. Fuck, it's playing a commercial.
Nah, this is hard.
This is way better than the movie. Everything's Borderlands.
Yeah, this is it.
This is what the movie should have been.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna play it on stream. Real quick.
Except Salvador's like a 6'3" chiseled man instead of Salvador.
They even got nomads and everything in this.
Yeah, they got
buzzers, okay, hold on, chat.
Action skills. All the guns are Borderlands guns.
Oh wait, this has copyrighted music. I can't play this. It's gonna be muted. It's muted now. Ooh, Zero looks fun.
Dude, they got buzzard and everything. This is
actually deployed an action skill.
Okay, this actually looks better. Do you guys remember the Borderlands, like the VR, and they had like a live action like trailer for the Borderlands VR game,
no.
the Borderlands 2 VR.
It
looks better than that. It looks a lot better than that. They had a trailer for it, and it was not look very good, but it was very live action.
Over 11 years old too.
No, I think I remember that. I'm gonna actually put a like on that. That was fire. That was better than the movie.
Oh yeah.
Not bad.
That was a 910th like there. All right, let's see.
It's pretty good.
Borderlands. Would you say VR?
Yeah, Borderlands VR.
The CGI is like dated, but still looks better than the Borderlands movie CGI somehow.
These fan trailers and these random trailers are better than the.
So it's Borderlands 2 VR live action trailer.
I see it.
Yeah, so here it is, chat right here.
It's like 30 seconds long.
Like the Maya look is just very not great.
Yeah, didn't this play on like TV?
I think so, maybe.
It says it's commercial, so it must have.
Like the loaders look really good, but then the other stuff.
She's actually got a Hellfire.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean
it's really short though.
Yeah, I think there might be a longer version of it somewhere, but that's for another time. I think. I think we're getting very off track as usual.
Yeah, we're just
anything to not talk about this fucking movie. Just anything to not talk about this movie. I swear.
Yeah, the war loader at the end of that goes really hard.
Chad probably appreciates it. I mean, it's something to get the conversation.
Just imagine if the Borderlands movie was an hour and a half of that with like, you know, actual set design and characters and voice lines. Like that's what it should have been.
I agree.
Have you seen my gun?
Yeah, they never even had that in the movie.
Could you imagine?
They never talked about Jess.
And like
we lost Jess to the racks.
Probably lost Hellfire to the racks. But we didn't.
No.
But we didn't.
We thought we lost Fishman to the movie for a minute.
That's true.
Just in a coma.
That's true. We
They just put me in a 4-day coma.
After Hellfire and I saw the movie, Hellfire did not show up in any like online capacity for 5 days.
Fishman, not Hellfire.
I said.
Yeah, Hellfire posted his review. I thought.
Yeah, no. Fishman was just.
So too.
Yeah. Yeah, that was because of the
Fishman,
movie, but it worked out that way.
Yeah, Fishman was just gone for 5 days, so we didn't
assumed.
Yeah.
Me and Cashew assumed that he was just like a skeleton, like withering away in the theater. Like they just forgot about him.
He couldn't leave.
Showings for the movie were just going on, and he was the only one there.
It was just repeating.
No one went in the theater for the Borderlands movie, not even the staff to clean it.
Yeah, they figured, well,
they didn't want to accidentally catch some of the movie.
Oh no! Wouldn't want to catch the credits.
When I saw it in theaters, it felt a lot shorter than an hour 41. I thought it was like an hour 20, Mista, but I could be wrong.
I actually got a friend who's at the Borderlands movie as we speak. He just messaged me. Let's see.
Oh, no.
He said,
"Tell him to leave."
He said,
"It's too late."
Just heard a lady, and he's quoting what she said. It says, "Quote, what even is this movie about?" Response was, "Quote, it's some computer game." She then laughs and then says, "Quote, I better just not know."
That's crazy.
Oh my god,
that's
awful.
Yeah, and it's kind of sad as well because like video game movies or like shows have been like they've been so shit for so long, and then like in recent times they've finally clawed their way up to getting just a little bit of respect. Like the Sonic movies did well, the Mario movie did well, Fallout show did well, Last of Us did good, and then here comes Borderlands movie. Years of progress just fucking gone. It does not matter. It's gone.
Yeah, they wiped their ass with it.
Yeah. It's gonna be.
How many people were in your theater again, Cashew?
So there was me, my friend, 2 people behind me, and then 1 person at the other end of the cinema. So in total 5. But the guy at the other end of the cinema who came in alone, he left not even halfway through. So 4 people.
If you're going alone, you're just going to see a good movie.
There you go.
And he did not see a good movie, so
yeah,
that's why I probably left.
We had 6 total, counting me and my friend. Well, Milkman, right?
Yeah,
my cousin as well, and one dude also left in ours, so we had 5 that finished the movie total.
Yeah.
on the opening day.
Yeah.
Yeah, opening day did not do well.
I saw
nothing did well.
To be fair, I did see it the second day it was opened. So, I mean, there's bound to be a huge decline.
Saturday or Friday?
For you? I don't know. I think it was Saturday. It was Saturday.
So, but still, like second day after a new movie comes out on a Saturday, that should still be packed if it's a movie anyone cares about.
Yeah, well, we could hear a lot of people having fun in the cinema next to us. They were watching Deadpool and Wolverine. We could hear people like cheering and stuff. It was great. And then we watched the Borderlands movie after that. Right. Yeah. Then we watched the Borderlands movie.
This movie's so rough. It's bringing back fucking Borderlands alumni. I mean, that's where we're at right now with this movie.
Well, it's like bringing back like the old.
Just mention that real quick.
Oh, Baru! Oh my lord. I haven't seen
an absolute ghost of the Borderlands past about to make a return.
Look at this. He's making a video. What a mess.
I remember him, like, he used to make a lot of videos with Gathalion back in the day.
Yeah, I never really watched either of those guys, to be honest.
Yeah, he made a lot of like guide videos and stuff. Baru.
This is the first edited video I've made in 6 years. Wow, the movie's so bad he came out a 6-year to shit on.
Yep. I'm sure there's probably some people in chat know who Baru is.
Of course.
Oh, they got to. Yeah, he's bigger than
everyone knows.
Sure,
everyone knows. Maybe hurt my childhood. For real.
He went on to do like really well at Twitch afterwards, after Borderlands and shit.
Well, he was doing very well on Twitch while Borderlands was happening, wasn't he? Like he was very early on.
He was.
Like he got
but now he's like an actual multi-streamer, like just does whatever the fuck he wants.
Oh, that's the dream, isn't it? Just play anything.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
I am going to go ahead and take a leak, though. We can try and get back onto the plot of this film, if you guys like.
Yeah, I think
we should finish up at least.
Yeah, so
the whole movie.
I think
we're about halfway.
Yeah,
through the actual movie.
Yeah, I think we'll just continue on, and you can kind of just join back in when you get back.
All right, sounds good. I'll be right back.
All right, so I say they're up to like going to see tennis, right? Unless you want to talk about Larry. You want to talk about Larry?
Not really.
Okay, so they go up to
Bobby Lee, right? That's
Larry. Yeah, he's Bobby Lee.
Yeah.
Okay, we can talk.
Larry. That's just Bobby Lee to me.
I mean, we can talk about it a little bit because it's like they all like very careful to keep like disguises on when they go into Sanctuary, so none of the Lance like sees them or whatever. But then someone who works for the Lance, who is Larry, this guy, he used to be Roland's roommate. Apparently, he also insinuates that he had a thing with Knox at some point. So I remember. So if you want me to name one, Bobby Lee says it. You know.
Yeah, I did not pay much attention to that dialogue.
Yeah, but like, so Roland takes off his disguise to talk to him, and then almost immediately Larry just fucking pulls a distress signal, and then as they leave, Moxxi just electrocutes him for no fucking reason.
Yeah, just tases him on the neck.
Just tases him. Like, what was the point of having him be there at all? Is so in the next scene when they need a reason.
So you can move the plot along.
Yeah, so but it doesn't really move the plot along because to do that they have to
run away.
Look, but like that's the thing. When they eventually run away, it's only because Claptrap just fucking randomly goes out into town, alerts everyone, and then when he comes back, everyone just like, okay, now we're in a trash chute. Okay, and now we're at the Caustic Caverns. Like there was no reason for it to happen. They could have just done that originally or just left, and it would have had it could have just had the exact same impact. None of it actually mattered.
Nothing in the movie really mattered.
Yeah,
like,
but
to the end, there was no consequences, no real stakes, nothing to root for.
Oh man, stakes. Mm. Yeah, but they go see Tannis. They go see Tannis. We talked about her a little bit before.
And Tannis and Lilith all like moody teenager.
Yeah,
around Tannis.
It's literally that though. It's literally that though. It's crazy.
My mom. Why didn't you try to stop her? What? Bullshit.
Why didn't you look after me? Why did you just fucking hand me to?
Why didn't you do what she told you to do?
Why didn't
to be my mom?
Why did you sell me to pirates? And then she locks herself in a room.
Until Tannis like, that's what your mom wanted me to do. She wanted you to become God.
Wait, hang on. I just got back. Can we go back a couple steps?
Okay.
Something I wanted to mention.
What do you want to mention? We're in Sanctuary.
Go take my piss break, so I'll be
okay.
Back.
Okay.
All right. That sounds good because I wanted to go back a couple steps anyway.
All right.
When Tina is introduced, which we already talked about.
All right, ages ago.
But I just wanted to mention when she's first introduced, like not the opening scene where it's like a flashback type bullshit with Roland. Other than that, when she's first introduced in the actual timeline of the movie, Lilith, Cate Blanchett, comes up with a chocolate bar and lures her out of like a fucking closet or something.
Yeah.
And that's how she's first introduced into the film.
Yeah.
What is that? What is that?
I think it was more like a thing like she hadn't ate in a while, because I think we're supposed to think that Roland kidnapped her, even though we already know.
And Lilith's an idiot then. Because if she hadn't eaten in a while, fucking, that's like when they did like the concentration camps or whatever the fuck in Germany.
Oh, I don't know if they're going that far, though.
Listen. This is the only reason I bring this up. When people showed up to feed them, when they were getting freed from like Auschwitz and all that awful shit, they gave them chocolate, and it was so sweet that it fucking killed some of them because they didn't have any food. So that would be a stupid decision if she's giving her food like chocolate. If she's hungry.
So I don't really think like anyone would think that bad about it. This thing is so hard about it. Like I can see if you think
weak, the last thing you want is chocolate.
No.
That's my point.
Okay, listen. I agree with you. If that's true, sure, I believe you. Okay, but this random thriller movie just about some guys doing some shit, I don't think anyone's really gonna care. If I'm gonna be honest, if like she got lured out with chocolate, but it is weird that she got lured out with food at all.
Yeah, why couldn't it be like a bomb or something?
Well, Tina, right? Okay, that's actually something I want to talk about. That's something I want to talk about, right? Tina, like as the viewer knows, right? As much as the viewer knows, she is her whole life stuck in a cell, and she's in a lab, and they do tests on her, right? So that she can be the child of Iridia. She was made in a lab, right? And then once she gets to Pandora, she is just crazy with bombs, right? And she's just a pyromaniac and all this stuff. Like, when the fuck did that happen? When did that that makes no sense. It's only like, oh, Tiny Tina from the game selects bombs, so therefore Tina likes bombs now. But it doesn't actually make sense.
I think that's, but you're supposed to just put that together because the first scene is like 50 years ago or some bullshit it claims, right?
No.
50? No, not 50 years.
No,
what the fuck did it say?
It didn't say anything.
It said something ridiculous.
I don't think they ever gave a timeline.
No, they didn't.
Kind of supposed to assume there was a big time skip in between.
There wasn't even that big of a time skip. Really, it wasn't that big of a time skip between the opening scene and Lilith going to Pandora.
Tina with the different hair and shit. They definitely are wanting that to be like years before.
No,
I picked up on
it. No.
I could see years before.
I could not see the years before.
I could see.
Her hair doesn't change.
A few years.
Her hair doesn't change. She just puts bunny ears on.
Yeah, but her appearance doesn't change, but her personality does. So
she had like bangs at the start.
Okay, let's just get back to tennis. Just get back to tennis. Just get back to tennis. Or like the whole bonding bonding with Tina. Lilith bonding with Tina.
Yeah, that was such a forced relationship. Where they talked one time together, outside on a balcony, and then Lilith just switches sides immediately.
Yeah.
It's like, I won't let anyone hurt you.
Yeah, but it's made so much more weird when they're like, I guess technically sisters because of how the movie made Tina. Because all right,
yeah, I guess
because the blood on the vault key was Lilith's mum's blood because she had the first vault key piece, and Atlas finds that piece, and they use that blood to try and make the child of Iridia, which becomes Tina somehow. They make her in a lab.
Mom's blood.
I mean, I don't fucking know. It's odd.
I don't think they said that. They just said it was Iridian blood. I think it was like actually like alien Iridian blood because they excavated the first vault key piece that they found the blood on. I don't think they said anything about getting it from Lilith's mom.
I swear that Lilith's mom had that's why Tina is blonde. That's why Lilith's mom is blonde. Like I thought that
they said they dug it up and they thought it was some like vase or pottery.
No, that was the third. That was the third key. That was the third or the second key. That's the one they find in Bloodshot.
Yeah. I don't think the blood on the key piece was Lilith's mom's. I think it was just like supposed to be an actual Iridian's blood.
Yeah.
Like the actual alien race.
I swear I remember something like that, but I don't know.
It would have been better if we did this. If I was actually not responsive and we did this a Saturday after the movie, we'd remember a lot more.
Yeah. It would have been a lot better.
Oh, good.
That's fine. We're having a great time. We may
just have to pull it back up on the old one too.
Yeah, let's rewatch it right now, guys.
Yeah, yeah. Hellfire, you can rewatch it and tell us. Yeah, you can take one for the team. Me personally, I'm good.
I don't know about that. Some skimming's about as far as I can get.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I mean, that's really it, right? Then they go to Caustic Caverns. I mean, I suppose Claptrap reveals where they are, and then they were like, "Don't worry, we can escape through the trash chute," and then they do, and then they are immediately at Caustic Caverns.
This empties right at the Caustic Cavern entrance. I think is what it is.
Yeah,
it's just a bunch of garbage pile on top of the sewer grate.
Yeah, hold on, we got a picture of this. Hold up. Yeah,
hold on, we got an image for that.
We got an image for this. Here's a bunch of trash chat.
Pull up the garbage mound.
There we go. This is actually a reference to the trash piles in Borderlands.
Borderlands 1 trash piles dwarf those. Like Borderlands 1 trash piles are the size of skyscrapers.
Oh, there we go. And then they arrive at this little guy right here, the Caustic Caverns manhole. And then they get to the worst part of the movie, which is the Caustic Caverns.
Yeah, and probably.
No, so I mean the actual caverns, it's nothing, right? It's a sewer and they walk through it.
It's not a cavern.
It's a sewer. It's a sewer. Then they walk through it. They turn left. They walk a little bit more. Then Claptrap unlocks a door.
There's an elevator.
And then there's an elevator. And then they go to Bloodshot Stronghold. It's really a nothing scene. The actual bad part is Bloodshot Stronghold. What were you gonna say?
That's what I was gonna talk about. Was Bloodshot Stronghold, which is just for some reason down in the Caustic Caverns now, or whatever that's supposed to be.
Yeah,
and then they're just living in a fucking cistern.
Yeah, and apparently, like they were like the Bloodshots are like they're even like crazier psychos.
Yeah, and they roll and just solos them like.
Yeah,
but anyway, before I thought they did that fairly well with the bandits. Like when they were showing all the bandits like just banditing, I thought that was all right.
Yeah, that was all right.
Alive, like throwing knives at skag carcasses.
Yeah,
like,
that was all right
on a chain.
Also,
that was good. But
Hellfire.
They never did anything else with them.
Hellfire, if you were talking,
yeah.
Okay, cool. I was just need to check because sometimes when you are like silent for a while, it means that you've disconnected, but it doesn't show. So I just need to double check.
Still alive. The internet is still kicking. So
I mean, a Hellfire heart rate monitor for this.
Right.
Yeah, I just need to double check. It's still kicking. Okay, yeah.
I was skimming through the movie again, so that's probably why.
Oh, yeah. But
quite treacherous to see.
But his organ shut down for a moment.
But yeah, so why I don't really like Bloodshot is mainly because of the action scenes, and namely one. I can't remember the exact place of the scene. I think it's just before. I mean, the bandits have like, at that point, like discovered where they are, right? And then basically they go into a dark room. Then this is the one against the rats that I was saying. Then it's basically a bunch of like weird psychos on the walls, and then they try and like rip, like I guess the faces off of like Tina and Lilith. But the way that it's shown is just a bunch of flashing lights, and you can really barely see anything, and it just hurt my eyes.
Masks.
Yeah, with the glowing masks. Yeah, so you could only see the mask when it was black, and
lame.
It would hurt my eyes. Like I actually had to look away. Like I was kind of getting sick when I was looking at it, and it was.
You're talking about when the movie took its penis and just shoved it down my face. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, that bit. Yeah. I'm glad you remember it.
I remember it too. I didn't think it was like anything special. It didn't like bother me. I just thought it was bad. But if I was in a theater, it would have been way brighter, way louder.
I think it was because I was in a cinema, like, you know, with the fucking with the like screen being that big.
Bright. It was blinding.
Yeah. No, I had to look away. It really hurt. Like it really hurt. I couldn't imagine.
This movie's too brilliant.
No, I couldn't imagine seeing that shit in IMAX. Like that scene would just blind you. Like it's too much.
Oh no, it would have.
It would have been too much,
God forbid anyone who saw this in IMAX. I hope your eyes made it out okay.
Well, it premiered in IMAX, so who knows? Oh man.
Fuck the IMAX.
Well, then they're in the Caustic Caverns. That's where they find the first vault key piece, right? They end up in some room boxes for some reason down there.
That's where they find the second vault key piece because they already had the first one.
Oh yeah.
They just had the first one.
Just uses her spidey senses and discover it's supposed to be like a little hint to the fact that she's the siren.
just a quote unquote little hint, just a little.
Yeah, she like stays with the box, and you like a little it's like okay.
Just a bunch of red arrows just point to it. Yeah.
I don't know why they're trying to hide it at that point.
Yeah. And then they
didn't even show her like actually open it. Like we didn't get one chest in this movie, and it fucking based on a game about looting shit, and there was no chests, not a single one.
Yeah. I mean, even like just going on that more though, like even when like they teleport out of the caverns, like you can see Lilith do the move. Like it was very clearly Lilith that did it, even though the movie's like, oh my god, I can't believe Tina just fucking teleported everyone. Am I right, guys?
Right.
It's like you can.
It's like throwing up and shit after.
Yeah, like it's very clear. And then it's only a few scenes after that where like the big twist is revealed.
Well, dude, it was after that where they start honing in on fucking telling us that it's Lilith the whole time. Yeah. So, like spend the next 30 minutes just like there's the fucking flashbacks, and then
the R2D2 flashbacks.
Compilation. Yeah, and then they have the whole like compilation showing you the different moments, like when she's getting ready to open it and shit. Like, oh, that was so corny. Like, why are we going all Saw at the end of the fucking Borderlands movie? It's not supposed to be some big twist. It just didn't work.
Well, I mean, I think it was supposed to. It just wasn't.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It was no good.
No good, very bad.
People who played the games already knew it was coming. People who didn't play the games didn't know what the fuck was happening.
I mean, I feel like you can pick up on it.
Movie, yeah.
Yeah, just the entire movie.
Well, like, why would she turn into some floating fire angel of justice? Like that part's. I haven't even played BL3, so I haven't played the games, and that was weird to me. She just opens the vault.
That's like BL2.
That's supposed to be the vault from BL1, and then turns into a deity.
It's crazy because it's just like she turns into the Firehawk, and instead of like she doesn't really use powers at all. Besides, she gives everyone like a force field, and then she just kind of floats around while people shoot her, and it doesn't do anything. Like she's just kind of like she's just infinite healthing it. It's just doesn't hurt. You get shot at all. Just kind of floats around slowly. And then the bunker, or like whatever, the Atlas ship just like shoots her once and then she falls over. And then it was like, then all the force fields are gone.
We are not calling that the bunker. A
few people called it the bunker. I think I did in my review.
If the lady finger isn't the lady finger, that is not the bunker.
I can agree. I can agree. I can agree.
3R.
The greatest defense sport.
You're not at the bunker.
Yeah, you're at Crumbs Canyon, baby. You're at Crumbs Canyon.
Wasn't it the same shape as like the Atlas logo? It was like an A, wasn't it?
I think it was a triangle. Close enough.
Yeah, I think it might have been like a triangle.
It's a triangle.
Well, let's just pray and hope that wasn't an attempt at the bunker, because that would
a few people called it that. I don't know. I don't really know.
I'm more on the Atlas.
Like that. That can't be the bunker.
Yeah, I'm more on the Atlas.
It's more a triangle.
Side.
Yeah, it's a triangle.
Yeah, it's its own thing. It's just a ship.
Yeah, it's just a shit.
Well, then I guess if we're talking about the end now, after Lilith opens the,
we could probably
want to go back.
We can probably go back a bit, because there's
when Roland quote unquote sacrificed himself right before they got out of the Caustic Caverns.
Yeah,
that was really dumb.
That was.
And Tina's all like,
Roland, don't die. He's like, don't worry, Tina. It's like, so generic, man. And then she throws him a teddy bear for some reason.
Hey, fake fan. It was a rabbit. It was a rabbit. He did use it. He threw it immediately. No,
she didn't use it though. Like there were so many times where she might have been able to do something with that, but just it doesn't really matter. That's a pick.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Roland just acts like he's going to kill himself and effortlessly bulldozes the entire band.
What is crazy about that is like that it's like this huge scene, like this huge spectacle of a bunch of bodies piling on Roland, and it's like, oh no, he's probably dead. And then like 3 scenes later, it's just him, just like a bunch of dead bodies, and he just like throws a few off, like he just kind of gets up and it's like, oh, bad night, and then it just cuts to like the next scene.
No, that didn't even happen though. They didn't even show how he got out of it. He just fucking came back in.
No,
yeah, he did. Like he had to climb all the way up, presumably, but
yeah, no, he just got up like in the bit that he just like got up, like pushed a body off of him, and was like, oh man, I've had worse nights. Winks to the audience.
I don't even remember
at the tunnel, and the scene changes, and later he just up out of
nowhere. Yeah, and then they get to.
I remember. No. I remember that motherfucker getting tackled by the bandits, and it cuts, and you don't see him for a couple seconds.
No, that happens.
He just comes in. Yeah. He comes in on a fucking like.
The zip line?
Someone's dropping him down on a helicopter or something.
No, that happens. But there was one scene. There was one scene.
Pushing the bodies off of him.
Yeah, he pushes the bodies off of them
after he supposedly killed them all.
Maybe that's when you were spiritually awakened.
Okay, probably.
Yeah.
I missed out on that one.
Yeah.
The next thing I knew, he was just fucking returning.
I mean,
it wasn't much of a help. Like it didn't really explain how he lived. Still, it's just like, oh, he lived.
I mean, after they teleport out though, which it's so weird though. Like he sacrificed himself so that he can like get the elevator up. But once they reach the top of the elevator, Lilith just teleports them away to an unknown location. Like. What was the point?
I don't know.
What was the point? If that was just going to happen the whole time, why couldn't it just be like, oh no, the bandits are about to get us, and then she teleports everyone away? Why did Roland have to be split up to have his moment?
Yeah, that's probably why that scene feels so bad, because there's no reason for that to have happened.
Yeah,
I made that point. I was like, why'd she wait for fucking Roland to die and then try and?
Well, she didn't know she could do it.
Yeah, she didn't know she could do it, but just as like a movie like making standpoint, why would you choose to do that?
Written it, so she accidentally did it before they all went in the elevator.
I mean, they literally had the plot device, because like the plot device they use is like, oh no, the elevator's going too fast, and they're gonna like launch out too fast, and they're gonna die, and then she teleports them out like the last minute. Oh, she saved them. But then it's just like, well, the bandits were coming in the previous scene. Why couldn't they just do it before the bandits got them?
Oh shit. I just found a better rip of this movie.
Good for you. Good for you, man. Good for you, man. Yeah, it's the simple things in life.
Truly.
Oh yeah, but after that scene,
celebration of the stream.
After that scene, they I mean, Tannis tells Lilith that after Tina awakens, the Vault she'll die. Don't know why she said that. It was just that also never came to be.
And she didn't even know if that was true or not. She just said that to Lilith.
Yeah.
And then when she tells Tina, she's like, "You might die." So she didn't even know the whole time.
You might die. I don't know. And then Tina's like, "Dude, I'm not gonna die. I already know." It was like, "Oh, okay." And then she wasn't even the child of Viridia.
So funny if Tina died right there.
Yeah, you are not worthy. You are not worthy. Like pushes you down one of the convenient-sized holes. Tina, no.
That would have been a true twist. No one would have seen that coming.
Yeah. But like actually getting to the next bit, this is the second time Atlas shows up during the movie. And it's basically another random hologram. It's like, actually, I've been tracking you the whole time. I knew the tracker was broken, but there was a tracker inside the tracker. You never even had to press the button. It's like, okay,
Yeah,
why did that
so
matter?
That was contrived.
But what's even more contrived about it is they do like one of my least favorite movie tropes where like right at the end of like the call as like Lilith's hanging up, that's when Tina comes around the corner and sees that Lilith was talking to Atlas, the villain, and she's like, "Oh, I can't believe you would talk to them," and then like just like they split up into the final act. That so many movies do that.
That was so wild to me because like Tina just switched up instantly and threw a bomb at Lilith to kill her.
Yeah, literally just like a bomb.
She sees Lilith talking to Alice, and she's like, "Too bad you won't be able to see me kill my dad," and then throws a bomb at her and runs away.
Oh my god! And then
for some reason, Tanis is also just cool with Lilith being dead and leaves, and so is
Krieg.
Krieg doesn't give a fuck, but yeah. Tanis, like, why didn't Tanis like ask, "Hey, what happened to Lilith?"
Yeah, then they find but then it's crazy. I mean, I think the only people who should know where the vault is technically Tanis, because I think she may have had a map somehow. I guess. I think there was one scene where she showed a map, but every other character, like the Atlas army, who was tracking Lilith, and Lilith wasn't with the gang at that point, so no idea how they found the vault. Lilith, no idea how she found the vault.
Maybe Atlas was giving Nox directions because he had the tracker.
Yes, but like Atlas shows up at the end at the vault.
You gotta make your own headcanon because they didn't give.
I mean, then Lilith and Claptrap show up at the vault at the end, but they didn't know where it was. And then Roland shows up at the end. Like, he definitely didn't know where it was.
That's true.
Like, if the entire
How did he get there? How did he get to the end battle? I forget.
He spawns in and he like kind of he comes down on the rope. He comes down on the rope. Yeah, he fast traveled. He found he saw pretty on the things like go to the beautiful vault, you know? And it's like, oh okay, I'll go there. But yeah, it just it's not good. It's not good, and like, yeah, I my mind just melted. I'm sorry.
Yeah, talking about this movie is a difficult task.
I don't blame you.
Yeah,
it's an absolute brain fuck. I'm convinced at some point we woke up in another universe and we didn't even know it, because this should have never come out.
Yeah, we're not real Hellfire
that I was living in.
This is all fabrication.
Yeah, Fishman.
I'm telling you, dude.
Fishman, this is still just your dream. You need to wake up.
Dude, if I wake up in the Borderlands movie theater, I'm gonna start crying. I'm gonna start sobbing.
Me and Hellfire and everyone in chat just keep saying AI. Wake up. Just repeat, wake up.
Fishman's just an AI that I wrote. That's all he is now.
It's true.
That's pretty good.
Subscribe to Hellfire
in the theater.
He's just on like a 3-minute timer to say that every now and then.
I took his channel over with the AI just to promote my own.
Yeah, that's good.
Fishman makes shit content. Subscribe to Hellfire.
That's good.
Wow. I don't know where that's coming from, guys. Well, is there anything else we want to really say about the movie? Because I think I'll beat it to death. We beat the dead horse to death.
I mean, there's one scene that I want to talk about, and it's the twist scene. The scene where like Lilith goes through a childhood home, and then she finds the conveniently placed drawing, and then that for some reason, then that triggers Claptrap to do an R2-D2, like Princess Leia message for some reason of her mother, and it's like, I knew you would find this years later and become the Firehawk. That's why I gave you the Tanis to give you to the space pirates. It's
when
great.
You say it like that, there's just no fucking excuses. Oh my god.
It's a good movie.
And then how she's like talking to the hologram of her mom before, and it's supposed to be this like she's like going through this traumatic fucking,
and then you get this
like traumatic you get this traumatic experience, and then you see the flashback, and it's
like for some reason everybody living in that town's getting on like a vertibird from Fallout and flying away. But her mom just doesn't. Her mom just drops her off and leaves.
Yeah, I mean, it didn't make sense. Like, she really could have just also got on the ship. Like, there's no reason to just.
Like, what did she have to leave for?
I guess the vault
like,
key.
The vault key piece or something.
Yeah. Oh no.
She died anyway, so she didn't do anything.
Yeah. Kind of sucks, to be honest.
Yeah, it's weird. It's almost like this is a bad movie or something.
But you can't say that. It's at least a 5 out of 10.
That's a bad movie.
Yeah,
5
you're
out of
right.
10 is a bad movie.
Yeah, you're right.
Anything below a 7's like not very good.
Especially from IGN. When IGN gave it a 3, that's how you know they fucked up.
That is wild. IGN loves anything. You can literally give IGN just like a pile of dog shit on a screen for 2 hours.
And they literally like
they give everything a 7 at least.
They love Gearbox too, though. Like ever since Borderlands 2, they've had like a close working relationship.
Randy must have quit paying their checks and must have quit giving them the monthly.
I think it was so bad to the point where like you just lose all like credibility if you give it like even close to a 7. It's even close to the regular score.
Well, IGN's never cared about that. What did they give the Gollum game? Hold on. I think they gave that a pretty unnaturally high score. They gave it a 4 out of 10.
See, that's pretty good.
So they gave it a better review than the Borderlands movie.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty low.
Right here pretty much sums up the film.
That's pretty low.
This was Lilith looking at the ghost of her mom, the hologram.
That's pretty.
How sad she is.
Wow. Pretty sad.
So old, bro. She looks so
She's withering
old.
away. Oh no. But I mean, and like we can talk about like the final scene as well when they all just miraculously know where the vault is, and like, this is Crom's big moment. Like, you know, this guy got a whole poster to himself. Like, this is a big character, guys, and he's finally going to show up in the movie.
He doesn't have any lines, does he?
No, he has one. He has one line. He says, "Get them."
What does he say?
He says, "Get them."
Bad,
just like
that's
that.
That's big.
Just like that.
Big.
Yeah. I mean, come on.
Atlas says, "Kill them all," and no one shoots at him.
And then Nox just goes, "You know what, guys? Stop shooting them all. I'm with them now."
Stand down. That's an order. It's like, okay, thank you, Nox.
Oh wow, that's a really good screenshot. Hellfire. No idea what that was from. Look at that, that's great. Oh no. Hellfire, leave and come back again, your robot mode. There we go. Hello?
Damn, that is not a good image.
Yeah, it's a great image. It's you know, it's about on the amount of level that Crom's dialogue has. Similar level, you know.
Yeah, that poster's worth 2 words. That image is worth 2. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. That one's worth 2.
I'm back.
Hey, you're back.
Oh yeah.
Good to have you back.
You see my Resident Evil Lilith like screenshot?
I did. I showed it on stream.
What is that?
Yeah, she does look shockingly old in that top image.
It's a masterpiece.
Yeah, she does. And she didn't look awful for most of it, I don't think. Like
it wasn't for most of the characters. It wasn't the look that threw me off as much as their voices just and personalities just didn't match.
Yeah, portrayals, right? And mainly it wasn't their fault. It was more what they were given. You know?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. I mean, like as much as we like ragged on the cast,
Kate
like
Blanchett to start talking like Lilith does, like some, like, you know, young, obnoxious, you know.
Yeah.
Girl, you know, not like a grown woman.
It's like as much as we were ragging on like how like bad the casting was for the movie, it was never really that distracting. It was mainly just the performance.
Everything else was so much worse. You couldn't even stop and think about the casting, really.
Yeah, no,
because the writing and the direction, and the pacing, and the action was so bad.
The dialogue was way worse than the casting.
Well, that's true. Also, they have all of these big actors who are great on their own, very successful. Oh wait, am I lagging?
You're fine. You're fine. You're fine.
Not too bad. You're good.
Okay. They have all these big actors, right? We know they're successful, but when you put them together, they had no chemistry together, like at all.
Well,
it felt like a big group of big A-list actors. It didn't feel like a group of misfits like Borderlands is.
See, the only like 2 of those actors that we know have actually like had chemistry in previous movies was Jack Black and Cate Blanchett, but they couldn't have chemistry because Jack Black wasn't there. All of his stuff was done in post. So that's
unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was just talking to a still model of Claptrap or nothing at all, depending on what they were doing.
Yeah, which is another reason why she was probably so like sleepy throughout the whole movie, just talking to nothing the entire time for so many scenes. Just going crazy.
Talking straight CGI.
That had to suck.
So talking to a really convincing Claptrap rig. Man, I hope whoever did that got credited.
Yeah,
I heard that was like a controversy. I don't know much about it though.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
The guys who rigged Claptrap, the guys who rigged Claptrap, did not get credited. Like the guy, who made the look. Yeah, of course, of course.
Yeah, all they care about are the big names to sell tickets.
Yeah,
and then Ariana Greenblatt didn't even want to watch it because she was so embarrassed.
Well, it's crazy.
That Tina?
Yeah, that's Tina.
Yeah.
Well,
she actually said that.
Well, it's because she was.
That is crazy.
It's because she was 13 when she made that movie, and it took so long to come out. Yeah. She's like, what? She's like 17 now.
16, 17 now.
Yeah, I mean, like that. Obviously, that's going to be like awful to watch.
My 13-year-old self, I would not want to see it either.
Yeah, exactly,
bro. That's what we're saying. You can't even blame her.
4 years is a long time, especially at that age.
Yeah.
Yep. 100%.
Yeah,
that's that's 8th grade to like damn near done with high school.
Yeah, it's 8th grade to senior year. That shit's wild.
Yep.
Yeah, let's say Robbie Reed, a freelance senior rigger, says he was omitted from the credits of Borderlands. Not only that, but he was left out of the IMDb website, which lists 8 riggers, and Reed is not one of them.
Fuck that guy in particular, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Randy Pitchford must not have liked how he looked or something.
Yeah.
He just has an issue with anyone Claptrap related, huh?
He does have a bad history.
Pitchford. Yeah, also Randy the CG artist is...
issues, man.
Yeah, apparently the CG artist didn't get credited as well, I'm saying here now.
That's pretty crazy.
Oh, no.
That was most of the movie was CG. Those poor people must have been so overworked.
Yeah.
I know.
And it didn't look that good, which is probably just because they didn't have enough time to do it.
Yeah,
properly, or they didn't have enough fucking, maybe even resources. Like most of the money was clearly spent on the cast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna give them the benefit of doubt and assume they're not just trash at CGI, because I think if you have enough, make it look good.
Yeah,
I like to try and not blame the effects people either, because I feel like, especially with modern movies, they're always really overworked these days.
Yeah, especially with like
Marvel CGI.
Yeah, I was gonna mention
CGI era of movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everything's just a spectacle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Borderlands tried their best, but their best was a 2 out of 10.
Yeah,
depending on who you ask.
Yeah,
it goes lower. 2 out of 10 or lower is that's the official score.
Yeah, less than or equal to 2 out of 10. The Borderlands movie.
Oh no. Cashew and Fishman, have you seen the Borderlands poster?
I have. I think I saw Hellfire posted it on Twitter.
Yeah. See, I saw that.
Oh yeah.
I saw that.
Alpha in the chat actually.
Oh yeah, you retweeted it. Yeah, that was Alpha's. You're right. That is Alpha's tweet. Yeah, I didn't see that.
See,
that's goated though. That shit's hilarious.
See, I saw that tweet like way before. Like it was just on my For You page, and I was fucking scanning the poster. Like I could not figure out what was different on it, so I left, and then I came back like a few days later when you retweeted it, Hellfire. And then I was, it says boredom.
Yeah, that goes hard.
It was done too well. I couldn't even notice it.
I think anytime I name drop the movie now and I need to just put it up on screen, I'm just gonna use that.
Yeah, it was made well.
Make that the new thing.
Yeah. Do we want to talk about Crom? His crazy fight scene against.
I think he already did.
Craig
did a little bit, didn't we?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, it was so bad. It was just a jump cutted mess where they were like barely hitting each other, and then.
No, I love how it ends. I love how it ends. It's so great.
Yeah. Crom literally whips his ass. He's breaking his mask and shit, and then it literally Lilith gets her powers or whatever, and it completely switches up. Krieg just beats his ass and throws him in the hole in like 10 seconds.
But no, what's crazy about it though, it's like it's not that Krieg just like hits him in the hole. It's very clearly that like Krieg's axe like rips through his body, but there's no blood, and also he's like doing it through like a metal armor. It looks really weird. Like it's like noticeably.
Does he jump at him in slow motion? Is that when that happens?
No, that's like way earlier on. But it's weird because it's like he's like kind of like tearing the axe through his body, but he's wearing like a metal like armor plate, so it just doesn't fit. It looks so weird. And then he just falls in.
Look right.
And then he just falls into the hole, and then he dies.
Yeah, he just literally flops into the hole like a fish out of water or something.
Oh man, Crom is my favorite part of the movie. Crom is great. Crom is so great. But yeah, I mean, then really the only thing that happens after that is, you know, Lilith gets the upper hand. Atlas puts a gun to Tina, and then so Lilith takes Atlas into the vault, and then the Destroyer eats Atlas because Lilith knew that was there for some reason, and then she closes the vault because she knew how to do that for some reason.
Like all of this final act stuff that we're talking about was in the fucking trailer. Like what were they thinking with that? They gave everything away. Everything was in the trailer. The Destroyer eating the dude is in the fucking trailer.
Yeah, but you don't know. That's why.
But still,
pretty much all movies these days do that, though. They'll release like 8 trailers and put most of the movie in the trailers just because they can get like YouTube ad revenue.
That's one of my biggest pet peeves with movies is when they show the end of the movie in the trailer.
It honestly doesn't bother me too much. It doesn't bother me too much unless like I can, like it like reveals like a big spoiler for the movie. If it doesn't, I don't really care.
Well, this is what bugged me about it, right? Because I wanted fucking Crom to be Brick, okay? And obviously it didn't end up being that way. But by the point we're getting to like an hour into the movie and Crom hasn't showed up once, I realize, okay, well, I've seen Crom in the trailer where they're opening up the vault, so obviously that is the end of the movie. So I just kind of like I know where it's gonna go before we even get there.
See, I didn't really like piece that together.
You didn't put that together?
No, because like so much of the set looks the same, so it could have just been anywhere in the desert set where Crom's guys showed up.
Yeah, but if he hasn't showed up by the hour point, it's a vault in the trailer.
I mean,
obviously.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like if like by the time I was at Bloodshot Stronghold, I was like, okay, it's gonna take a while until Crom gets here. Like he's still yet to show up yet. I thought Crom would have been at Bloodshot Stronghold though. I really thought he was gonna be at Bloodshot Stronghold, and I thought that was gonna be like that he was gonna be the boss, and it was gonna be cool.
If it would have been Brick, it would have been like halfway through. You know, that would have been like a second act meetup.
Yeah,
probably been the last one to.
You are reaching so hard. If it was Brick, they would 100% reveal it. They wouldn't be able to help themselves. They would need anything.
That's what I'm saying.
There'd be no way.
They would have had him rip his mask off, and they would have showed, this is Brick. Like, way early on. That's what I'm saying. By the time I got to like 45 minutes to an hour in, I was like, okay.
Bro, could you imagine if it was Brick though? The absolute like fucking like how much it's wrapped in.
I would have been so excited.
It is. It's a mouth. It's Crom. He's going by Crom, but he's wearing Mouthpiece's mask. But then he takes off Mouthpiece's mask, and it's Brick. Like that's just so much. It's so and works for Atlas for some reason.
Well, the mask is like close to the one he's wearing in Borderlands 2.
I kind of
like, similar.
Yeah, you're right. But Brick.
Crom in Borderlands 2?
Brick.
Oh,
no,
okay.
Brick. When you first meet him.
Yeah, the Slab King helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sort of. He's
got the kind of similar hammer.
Like Sledge's mask. It looks
the
like
main
Sledge
reason.
from the L1.
The main reason I wanted it was because it was already Crom piece is what I've been calling him because it's fucking a hybrid of the two. if it already doesn't make sense, you may as well try and fool us, and it's brick. That's the way I was looking at it.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah,
I never really thought that would happen, but I didn't have many opinions going into the movie to begin with. I was just like, it's probably gonna suck. Casting sucks, but I'll watch it.
Yeah,
and now I know it sucks.
Yeah, very happy we watched it.
We could have this amazing podcast discussion.
Yeah, well,
we're breaking new ground here.
But basically, that's the whole movie, chat. I mean, after they like leave the vault after Atlas died, it's just they go back to Sanctuary and they do fireworks, and then they literally ends the movie like a Fantastic Four. Have you ever seen Fantastic Four, like the really old Marvel Fantastic Four?
I have.
Like they literally do the Johnny. They literally do the Johnny Storm thing where he like flies off and then makes the four. Like Lilith does that, but with the Firehawk symbol. It's the exact same scene. It's the exact same scene.
I quit during the resolution. Yeah. When they started launching the fireworks, that guy's turned the movie off.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, he didn't miss anything. Did not miss a thing.
That may have been why you missed. That's maybe why you missed
Scooter and Ellie. Yeah.
Yeah. They showed them for 2 seconds clapping about the fireworks.
Yeah, I did not catch him the first time. I did not catch him.
And dance and start like fucking doing the Macarena or something. It would have been. That's what I was hoping to avoid.
Well, that would have been better, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, props to them though for not playing "This Girl's on Fire." I know they really wanted to, but I'm very happy they didn't.
Dude, I would have just fucking punched my monitor out of.
Just like bloody knuckles.
Oh, dude, shit. Slam my fist into
it. But yeah,
I forgot. Shit they went for.
There was something I was thinking early on in the movie when Claptrap first like found Lilith, and he said that somebody programmed him to find Lilith, but he didn't know who. I thought that was, and they were gonna like shoehorn in a sequel where like Handsome Jack was actually programmed Claptrap because he's out of fear.
Okay. It was like
Claptrap. And then like at the end, you see like a scene of Handsome Jack reading the data. He's like, "Good Claptrap." I thought that was what's going to happen, but it was even dumber than that, and it was her mom. And
her dead mom, yeah.
But I thought I'd mention that.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's not getting a sequel.
I didn't think of that.
It's not getting a sequel.
No doubt. Randy wanted it to get one, and he thought high and mighty.
He knows it's over now. He was in a tweet. He said he might not be able to make another movie.
I mean, before the movie came out, he was like really hyping it up. He was saying that, yeah, I mean, honestly, this could really get sequels. I mean, this is really good.
Well, no, not that. He said there would be a sequel.
Yeah,
and he said it would be announced either next year or sometime this year. That's what he said.
Yeah, that's right.
It was something along the lines of soon, maybe even before the end of the year, is what he said.
Oh yeah, no, it was like
happen, guys.
Didn't he say it was like going to be like before Borderlands 4 or something like that?
Well, no, he was just saying before the end of the year.
Yeah,
we talked about it.
That teaser
on the last stream. Just scroll up in our chat. You can probably still find the link.
Yeah. No, I don't need. I don't need to. We can remember what we were talking about.
Okay, fair.
Speak for yourself.
Can you not remember? You were just referring to it.
Exactly.
What are we talking about?
Yeah, Teaser's second Borderlands film. I found it. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, there's an article.
Okay, I have the biggest and best team that I've ever had working on what we know exactly. On what we know is exactly what our fans want from us. So I'm very, very thrilled that was a Randy Pitchford tweet. No, that was a quote. Sorry. I can't wait to talk about it. I wish I could just gush right now because I've got so much to say. Yeah. Wow. Where's the quote? Where's the quote?
It's up above. You passed it, Cashew.
Oh, is it right?
They were cooking with that movie.
Oh, here we go. Where did? In fact,
boss Randy Pitchford spoke.
Yeah. Okay. Gearbox boss Randy Pitchford spoke about the studio's ambitions during an interview with Games Radar. While its flagship looter shooter series is only just starting to dip its toes into the world of film, Pitchford is confident that Gearbox will be able to announce a second Borderlands movie before too long. In fact, he says that the reveal could come, quote-unquote, before the end of the year. We'll see, maybe sooner, end quote.
I read that exact same thing last podcast. I'm having a PTSD flashback. At least now we can confidently say that he's not going to make a sequel, and that is not ever going to happen.
Do you know what I reckon? This is what I think. I think there was a end credit scene of Handsome Jack, and then they cut it because they had to.
Dude, what if my theory was supposed to be the actual movie, but they shoehorned in Lilith's mom at the last?
Honestly, it would kind of make sense. I don't think they would. Yeah. They did, because I remember like years before Randy. I remember Tennis. What's her name? Jamie Lee Curtis in an interview said about like her character was the connection to Lilith's mom, and it made no sense, and everyone was confused. And then we didn't get any more Borderlands news for like 2 years.
That was 4 years ago?
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Okay, well then maybe not. Maybe this was the plan from the start.
Yeah, I think so, sadly. It was doomed from the start.
It's almost like they want to kill the IP, says Null. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
No, they just don't know what to do with it.
Alright, but now that we've like pretty thoroughly talked about all the great things about this movie, as well as just a few nitpicks, just a few small nitpicks, chat.
Yeah.
We're going to open it up to you now. If you have any questions, just let her rip, and we'll read them out.
Concerns, maybe something we didn't mention about the movie or anything related.
Oh, just anything really. Just anything Borderlands related.
Not related to the movie, then we don't have to talk about the movie.
That would be great. Sick. That would actually be ideal, really.
That would be super sick, guys.
No one will let them make a sequel to this movie. Yeah, I don't really... You would have to be pretty crazy.
If anything, just have the guys who made the Fallout show make a Borderlands TV series. Well, that wouldn't work with Borderlands, because one of the reasons Fallout was so good is because Todd Howard worked directly with them to make the show. If Randy Pitchford worked directly with them to make the Borderlands show,
well, sadly he did
have a show worth watching.
Sadly, he did work on the movie,
which is an issue.
How that turned out.
This is kind of an issue.
We get Randy Pitchford's grimy, stinking paws away from this franchise. That's what the real problem is.
Yeah. Oh, we were going to talk about that actually. We had bullet points like talking about like Randy Pitchford's kind of reaction to the fan reaction. Which was basically just a slight meltdown on Twitter.
He's not willing to accept people's opinions. He's like, he's got a headcanon basically, and he like critiques and
he's got a headcanon for how people think about his stuff.
Like Leah just said. Like Leah just said, drugs.
Are you on anime?
Are you on anime?
I was gonna read that. God, they typed that before. They typed that in the chat before, and I wanted to read it out, but I was saying something.
Just like Randy Pitchford hates anime with a passion.
Yeah, it wasn't even just like anime. Like just any like animated Borderlands thing would have been better than this.
Yeah, it's like you make a video. It's about a video animated. CGI is animated. It's fucking just. Why don't you just animate it to make it look good instead of using low quality CGI?
Yeah,
I don't know, dude.
Like if they just animated it in the Borderlands art style, it would have looked better than the CGI vomit that they put out.
I agree.
They just need to hire new writers and fans that are already writing the series for them. Well, I think most of the writers right now for like the Borderlands like 3 team were like fans. Like they were like BO2 fans originally, weren't they?
The writers, I don't know about that.
No, I think so. I think at least a lot of the like production team were. I don't know if the writers were.
I thought that there was like a big change in staff or something between BL2 and 3.
Yeah, well, the writers went from one writer to 10. And they had a whole writers' room for BL3. Not that you would know.
Yeah, I gotta hang on though.
It got too corporate.
What we really need to talk about is how they're working on Wonderlands 2, but I think it's Cashew. I think you brought this up last time. They laid off the entire staff the entire team that made Wonderlands. So who the fuck is working on that game?
Yeah.
They actually laid off the whole Wonderlands team?
Yeah, well, the main team, Volition, they were an Embracer thing, and they got laid off in the swap. But the entire
lost their job.
All of them lost their job. It was not cool, and it's a very video game industry-y thing to do. And yeah, I guess
especially lately for some reason.
Yeah, like more so than usual, and it's always been a big issue, but it's been like ramping up. Like Like Hi-Fi Rush devs got that treatment. The guys who made Redfall, who didn't want to make Redfall, they got forced to make it. They got that treatment. It's been pretty bad recently. But yeah, Volition got hit with that, and so yeah, I could be cancelled, honestly. Like, I feel like Wonderlands could be cancelled. So Hellfire, if you need
Wonderlands 2.
Wonderlands 2, yeah.
Do you know about the Lost Boys studio?
The Lost Boys?
I do.
Yeah, that's a Gearbox.
I know about them.
It was a Gearbox-owned studio. They helped work on Wonderlands. So I don't know if they downsized them. Maybe they're working on it.
Maybe they handed Gearbox it off to them.
So let's see here.
So they definitely could have handed it off to them.
I think they've probably got someone.
Me and Cashew were worried that they split the fucking BL4 dev team and sent them off to work on Wonderlands too.
Yeah, well, okay, I wasn't really like I didn't think it actually happens. I don't think it actually happens, but what I will say is
this was just us bullshitting.
Yeah. But like it just like when it was happening, it was giving me like kind of Sonic 06 vibes, and that basically that had a split team to go work on like a different version of the game for the Wii that eventually became an entirely different game. So the team was split in half. Then the director left and poached the lead game designers and like a whole bunch of other guys from like the movie. So it got like split in half like twice. Then the lead like left and took a bunch of guys with it, and then there was just a bunch of inexperienced devs with a brand new director who didn't know what he was doing to like finish what was a game that could not have a moved release date, and then it became like the most infamous game in history for like being really bad. And with all the layoffs and everything, that kind of made sense with like all the different projects happening at once. It was kind of like sounding almost like a very similar version of that story, where like Borderlands 4 was like the main thing that they were working on, and it's like, oh, well, hold on, the Wonderlands 2 devs just got laid off, let's split the team in half, work on them, and hold on, but there's this remaster we want you guys to do or whatever, let's do that. You know, hold on, new Tales from the Borderlands need some animators, let's cut our animation team in half or whatever. Like, I don't think it happened, but it's kind of like, it's almost I mean,
it's worrying.
It's in a possibility state. Like it couldn't. I mean, it could happen. I really heavily doubt. I don't want to be nihilist about it. You know.
Well, what about the Take-Two interaction?
We're not trying to insinuate. We're talking about what could possibly be happening, because they also did the fucking the Switch port of Borderlands 3.
Yes, that was another one. That was another one. Yeah.
And me and Cashew found out that was apparently made in house as well. So there was fucking resources wasted on that, because remember we spent like 40 minutes the other night trying to figure out who did this port of BL3 on the Switch, and we couldn't find anything besides Gearbox.
Okay, if anyone in the chat like has Borderlands 3 on Switch and just wants to open it up and see if there's any like new logos that show up, that would be really good, because we couldn't find anything. Like I don't know if they like, because for the Borderlands 1 remaster, that was Blind Squirrel. They outsourced that to Blind Squirrel Games, which was not a good idea.
We assumed that they just outsourced. Yeah, we assumed they outsourced the fucking Switch port as well. And then me and you tried to search it that one night. We could not find shit.
No, I mean, it probably wouldn't have been too hard, but it would have taken time. No. It still would have taken time, is the thing. Like, they would have just had to optimize it, you know, just a lot of optimization.
Well, we're talking about all the layoffs and like them running out of resources, but they did just get sold to Take-Two.
Yes.
So I think they're gonna have way more resources now, just because of that, than they did before they were acquired.
I mean, I guess, but also no.
Take-Two's entire backing, and with how much money Borderlands has made in the past, I think it'd be in Take-Two's best interest to try to lock it in and make Borderlands 4 good, and try to keep the lifeblood alive to make money off the franchise.
I mean, that was kind of the mentality. That was kind of the mentality with Borderlands 3. Like, that just had like a fucking infinite.
Borderlands 3 did that. I think.
It had like an infinite budget. Like, what was the actual budget for Borderlands 3 was huge. Like, they could just do whatever they wanted. It felt like. I remember, like.
Yeah. Well, they would They went way over, they said, as
well
with BL3.
Yeah. But they still profited off the game. I know it was a financial success.
Oh, 100% it was.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I think BL4, I think they can do it. I think they can make BL4 really good with the resources they have. It's just if they will or not. And I think they probably could still make Wonderlands at the same time with Take-Two.
Alright, so I bet that's kind of funny. 140 million, so about how much it took to make the movie.
It's crazy. The game took more than the movie. That's actually pretty wild.
Yeah. Well, apparently around 90
on BL3.
The cost of the budget for Borderlands 3 was around 95 million, and then counting the DLCs, apparently it's around 140.
It's pretty
good. You throw in like advertising and all that shit.
Yeah, I think
it's probably about the same as the movie.
I think it's counted
around 200 million.
This says Borderlands 3. Oh no, never mind. That's the total Borderlands franchise.
Because
the
movie's probably closer. The movie's probably closer to 200 million than it is to 150, because even the estimated 120, 140, whatever people are saying now.
Yeah, 140.
That's not even counting it's not even counting the advertising.
I think it probably is, isn't it? Probably is.
Yeah, it should.
They budget for everything.
Like for all.
I mean, at least that was my understanding of the way the numbers were being broke down, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe advertising is included.
Yeah, maybe you're wrong.
Apparently, I don't know if this is correct or not. This says Epic Games alone paid 146 million to Gearbox for the exclusive rights to put it on Epic Games Store.
Yeah, that's true.
So they made their money back already. Like if they sold 0 copies of Borderlands 3, they made their money back.
Yeah, I mean that was really annoying. And like,
Epic Games
put such
a big investment into them.
It's a big thing because no one wanted to fucking get it on Epic, but it was exclusive, and that was like a big thing.
I hated that when it came out, but I pre-ordered it and got it on Epic Games.
I mean, the same thing happened with Wonderlands, but it was like an ongoing deal at that point. So I don't think they paid as much for Wonderlands, but I have Wonderlands on Epic, and I hate it because it doesn't track your hours well. It opens the full fucking Epic browser every time you open the game, and then every time you close the game, it opens it up again. It's great, and it also takes really long to launch. I don't know why, but I don't like the Epic browser. It's really clunky.
No, I don't like it either. I just like my Steam. Just let me use my Steam.
I just want to use my Steam.
It's still not as bad as Origin, though. You ever had to use the Origin?
Oh, like one time. It took ages. It took ages to play like one game. I couldn't.
I'd rather like use paper. Like I'd rather launch my games by fucking hand crank my PC than use Origin.
What a metaphor. Holy shit. Let's see what chat's saying. Yeah.
Why release the movie at the same time as a Marvel movie? That's a fair point, but I mean, it's probably like now or never, because that movie was in production hell, like Cashew has been saying for a long time. So
I mean, they didn't know.
They didn't have much of a window to release it.
I mean, they didn't know that was going to come out. It's not like they can just like change their plans on a dime as soon as they say, "Oh fuck, that's coming out at that time." Shit, let's change it. They can't do that, because that would just require so much more, I guess, money to like just reschedule stuff like that.
They did that with like the game show, right?
Deadpool and Wolverine has been out for like almost a month, I think, by the time Borderlands came out as well. So there was time for it to kind of simmer down, even though it's obviously doing really, really well. It wasn't like directly competing like the same weekend with Borderlands, you know?
Yeah.
Even though I'm sure it was still stomping Borderlands weeks after being new. But
100%. Like,
that's another conversation, right?
Borderlands' opening didn't even... I mean, it didn't even make... What was it? Like 15 million opening weekend? It's like nothing.
The opening weekend was 8 million. The opening week was like 16.
Yeah.
There's just no way they profit overall.
No way. There's no way they profit, which means just no more Borderlands movies, which is a great thing.
Yeah, I think so. They tried, they failed, you know.
Yeah, can't do, don't try is my motto.
Yeah, leave it at that. I think just fucking don't ever do something that stupid again.
Yeah.
Make Randy hibernate for now. I don't think anybody can stop Randy Pitchford.
I mean,
dude, he should have honestly, when he was when he was getting flamed by everybody, he should have just deactivated his fucking shit at some point. Because he was just making
he should
it
just
worse.
not go on Twitter.
Yeah.
His life would be so much better.
He should just make an alternate account. Like, why does he just use his regular CEO account to like just shit talk people on Twitter? Like,
I think I can commend that because at least he's not hiding anything. But
like, it's not even the hiding thing. It's like if he's mad at people for like harassing him and stuff, which is like obviously don't harass people, but like. If he knows that he's gonna get
harassed, he's got to be used to harassment by now. I mean,
yeah, exactly. Like if he's gonna like I don't know what I'm really saying, but just make an alternate account if you just want to like shit talk or anything like that. Like, if you're not gonna make like
I think I kind of see what you mean.
Yeah,
it's like he's a fucking professional figure. He shouldn't be talking shit to people on that account.
Yes.
So even though
it's doing it on any account, realistically, even if he does it on an alt account, it's even worse. But
it would be scummy either way. But it's like at least he's not fucking like disgracing the goddamn franchise on his CEO profile.
At least he's not doing it on the Gearbox Twitter. That would be bad. I think since it's his personal, it's not that bad.
Well, did you see any of it by any chance, Fishman?
Yeah, I saw a lot of Randy's tweets where he's like passive aggressive.
It was really bad.
Yeah, we were talking about it before the show.
That crazy. He was just definitely fuming, and he was like replying without thinking.
Yeah, he blocked.
Well, he got ratioed by a tweet that just said David Eddings. If that tells you anything.
That's the Claptrap voice actor, right?
Yes.
Yeah, man, rest in peace, man. He's still alive. But
he's still alive.
Claptrap is not. Claptrap is cold and dead.
Oh my god.
That's not Claptrap anymore.
I need to find
DL3 is just a dumpster with a wheel on it.
I need to find this tweet.
The David Eddings one?
Yeah.
Did he respond to the David Eddings race?
I don't.
Yeah, he did. He went back and forth. He went back and forth with the guy, yeah.
Oh my god.
What? Like, how is he defending that?
He tried to say that like David Eddings was on drugs and had addiction issues and all kinds of dumb shit.
Well, that's great.
Willies, I'd do drugs too if Randy Pitchford stuck a wet finger in my ear.
Hang on, I'm gonna try and find it as well.
Randy isn't solely responsible, but he acts up quite a bit. Yeah, you're probably right. I think he's majority responsible, but he's not the only reason that the franchise is where it's at.
Yeah. He was on like some weird shit. Do you guys remember like the Paul Tassi stuff that was going on?
I don't even know what that is. I don't think.
So talking about to do with the movie, how he blocked him and shit.
Yeah, so Paul Tassi he's like a his Paul Tassi
looks like a vampire.
Yeah, Paul Tassi is a he's like a video game reviewer.
Forbes.
Yeah,
he works for Forbes.
Right, and he made also for context he wrote his own book. Like he's wrote quite a few books, and basically
loves looter shooters. Like Destiny's one of his favorite games. Like Borderlands is in his top 5. Like he's one of the biggest media people that loves Borderlands.
Yeah, but basically he didn't like the movie, and then Randy just shit talks him, and like even like he accidentally blocked a lot of people, right? And he accidentally blocked Epic NG. He accidentally blocked Killer 6, and he has a tweet
How do you do that accidentally?
I don't know. He was just on the blood path.
But he regrets it.
Let's keep in mind. Let's make a side note there that it takes like 3 clicks to block somebody.
Oh, he did it intentionally. Then he like.
Yeah, you actually can't. Yeah, you actually can't block somebody on accident.
Yeah, but whatever. We'll put it in quotes, right? We'll put it in quotation marks. All right, like he accidentally blocked K6, but he had like a tweet where he was like, "All right, guys, listen, I didn't mean to do this. So I was blocking so many people that I didn't realize that this person who gave it a bad review was someone I actually know and have met." So, but then he goes further in like the second tweet down. In the thread, he's just like, and those of you who are saying like I should unblock Paul Tassi, no, fuck that guy. I really hate that guy. Actually, he's an asshole. And then he like gets like shit for it. Then he unblocks Tassi, and then he just has an argument with Tassi. Then blocks Tassi again. Then unblocks Tassi, and then realizes that Paul Tassi wrote a book and then makes a tweet like, you know what, I've been kind of mean to this guy. Like, man, he's just
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah,
Matt.
yeah.
I saw that tweet. Only that.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
I shouldn't be so mean to this guy. I mean, he wrote a book. I mean, he's just a creative like me. Should I buy his book? And then he bought his book. And that's where it is at the moment.
Oh my god. It's like I don't even know.
He's
it's like a consolation prize or something.
Yeah.
I'm looking for this David Eddings one still.
I couldn't find it.
David Eddings on his Twitter.
3 clicks is way less than it sounds like. I don't know about that. I mean, first he'd have to read the tweet, which he could clearly see it's Killer 6 or Epic NNG posted the tweet. Then he had to click on him. Then he had to click unfollow.
Epic,
I think he had to have known.
That was even before the movie was out.
Yeah, but he got unblocked because of it. So it was odd. It was odd.
I know. But I mean, those are some details that are going to get lost in all of this, though. You know, it's just good to mention. This is where the David Eddings reply is at, and he goes back and forth with the guy.
Well, it's a reply.
That tiny Tina he's with in that picture would have been so much better than the one we got.
Okay. Oh, here we go. David Eddings. Is it actually a ratio? No. It is not.
Well,
it's 41 likes.
Randy's actually winning, guys. We were wrong the whole time.
All right, here we
41 likes to Randy 6. I mean, in the replies, he's winning.
Yeah, I guess, but every time you go down. Oh, okay, so David Eddings, full stop. Congrats, you're a dick.
I'm allergic to.
Don't you have a movie that? CEOs. So yeah, the fact that I kept David employed for longer than I should have. I was getting beat.
He did a great voice. Get him in the booth.
I was getting beat up by the rest of my executive team for letting him stay as long as I did. I liked David and he was a friend of mine, so I didn't want to fire him. He makes bad choices sometimes and it hurts him in big ways. He knows this. I think he works on it, but other instincts and addiction get in his way. He blames me for his situation and he needs to hurt me to make himself feel better. I forgive him and I hope he finds peace and can build his life again. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I like that situation's.
Yeah,
there's no like concrete evidence.
Yeah, it's always been very gray. Every single side of it has been very gray.
David will say something, Randy will say something. You don't know. Employees will say something. No one really knows what the hell. I feel like Randy could be right about that in a way, but I think he's definitely, too far.
I think they're all probably in the wrong.
He's not seeing David's point of view. He's just like, it was a company risk, David. The corporate wanted you gone, David.
Well, more than likely, they're probably both in the wrong.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah,
Randy probably didn't have to get rid of him. David probably didn't have to.
I mean, the alleged kind of quote unquote bullying that went on. I think that probably did. Yeah, that. I think that probably.
Randy
I mean, I can see it happening, right? I can see that happening, but also I can also see maybe Eddings was kind of under the influence of something, and maybe he shouldn't have been there.
That's why he did such a good Claptrap voice. I don't understand why that's got to be an issue. What? Who cares if he's doing drugs? If he's making a good product for the company.
Holy shit!
This is a great podcast.
That's my point. I don't see why drugs are that big of a deal if he's doing the job well. I'm just saying, if he's already proven he can do the job on drugs, why stop him then? Right?
If anything, supply the man, right?
What the fuck? What's wrong with you two? What the fuck? What the absolute fuck?
So you're saying you're okay with how bad the Claptrap act these days? You can't have it both ways, Cashew.
He loves it. He loves
it. If you want Claptrap back, the drugs are gonna have to be involved.
Lost Cashew on his own.
Just fucking left the room.
David, I don't actually believe you do drugs. I'm just making a joke. This is a funny internet joke, David.
Oh my lord! I just left the Holy Spirits for a second. I had to get some fresh air,
Then we all left. All of us just disappeared.
Yeah, I thought only I would leave if I'm gonna be honest, but that's not how the reaction images work. I got to be here.
Died for a minute.
Yeah.
But yeah, my point still stands. Bring hashtag not my Claptrap. Back my Claptrap.
Oh my lord, that is some shit. That is some.
Like the guy who came to fix my washer who was on meth. Well, Leah Marie, let me ask you this: did he fix your washer?
Stop.
That's all that matters. The meth is not relevant. Why is it relevant? I was like,
stop.
He didn't smoke the meth in her house.
This is gonna get me like some sort of. It's gonna get me some sort of content strike. I swear to God.
I say stuff like this all the time in my live stream. They never monetize me.
We mentioned concentration camps, meth. This is the craziest podcast.
Drugs are not that crazy. It's okay.
Oh my God.
Cashew, drugs aren't even that bad. I'm on drugs right now.
Yes,
you didn't even know, bro.
Leah Marie, do you think your experience would have gone better if he was not on meth?
He's going to chat. Oh no.
He's doing the Hellfire strategy where like he just like gets really loud and then asks chat what they think.
Yeah, they don't back me up though. They don't back me up at all.
Hey, you know, I've planted every viewer in the stream. They're all from my live stream. They all know exactly.
I mean, this is actually very true though.
This is an entirely scripted event.
Oh Lord.
Lilith is addicted to iridium, true, but that's a bad example because Lilith isn't the greatest. Well,
I knew this would be here. You know, it was fixed with a question mark, so it wasn't fixed.
No, she said it was fixed.
With a question mark. With the question, I mean, no, but that wasn't the question though. The question was if the meth affected, and they just dodged the question.
Would he have been more effective without the meth, or could you not tell?
Joe, I don't know why I fucking just fed this. We were done, and I just kind of brought it back.
Thank you, Cash. That's a good point.
All right. Let's go back to like just chat questions because I know we kind of like jumped back on like the whole Twitter thing. But if anyone
shooting invincible, I know for a fact that's not true.
All right, I'm back. My girlfriend was talking to me for a second.
Okay.
Did your girlfriend watch the Borderlands movie?
Oh hell no! I couldn't have convinced her to go to that if my fucking life depended on it.
You might not have a girgirlfriend anymore if you did take her.
Right. I would have been going home alone.
You just look over to your right and she's already gone.
Takes the car. Have to walk home.
Yeah, I'm just absolutely fucked. Just left at the theater to dry.
Yeah, just have to like exist. You have to do a fishman and just stay in the theater for like years.
I would have had to. Yeah.
Crack gives you focus. Meth users give up. All right, Paul Berry. Sounds like you know.
Someone has opinions.
Hey man, Paul Berry. Paul Berry's an OG. You got to believe what he says.
Meth users give up. I've seen a lot of meth users. Paul Berry. I tell you what.
So chat questions. Chat questions. Anything about the Borderlands movie you guys want to know about? Any other things you want to talk about? Like
I think
at all?
they're like us. They'd rather just try and forget about the Borderlands movie than talk about it.
Is that why everyone in chat's on meth?
Maybe.
Oh Lord.
That's a horrible accusation. I don't know why you'd say that to them. They came to watch your podcast actually, and you're gonna sit here and tell them they're on drugs.
Despicable activity.
You're on
drugs. Mr. Cashew.
You think that behavior is acceptable? You're the one on drugs.
Maybe I am. Maybe it's 2 a.m.
Yeah, 2 a.m. I'm only on 5 hours of sleep. Fuck it, we ball.
Okay. Very important. Is Hellfire a cat or a dog person? You have cats, don't you?
Cat.
Yeah.
Cat all day.
I like dogs.
I had 2 cats, and one passed away, but we still have his brother. I love cats to death.
Hell yeah.
I really like dogs.
Just I'm kind of indifferent. I don't care either way. I like them. I like them both.
Yeah.
I like them both too. I'll probably eventually get dogs as well.
Cashew, do a Randy Pitchford impression. I'm good.
Come on.
I can't do a Randy. I can't.
I would say I don't know even how I would do that.
Yeah, how would you do a Randy?
Sound like? Let me listen to a voice real quick. We have Randy Pitchford.
He's too generic.
Do the Borderlands 3 reveal.
You can't make that voice. He's got such a like. I can't. I think you two would probably be able to do his voice a lot better, but like, it's hard enough for me to already do an American accent. Like, I don't think I could.
Can you show us your American accent?
No.
I'll show you my Australian accent.
I don't want to hear your Australian accent, if I'm going to be honest.
Okay, well, I won't show you. Okay, if you don't show me your American accent, then I will show you my Australian accent. How's that?
Oh, well. That was the reference to him calling us drug addicts. Hey, I didn't say that. I just said that, you know. I just said other stuff. I was just trying to.
You didn't call them meth addicts. You just said they were all on meth.
Yeah, you don't have to be addicted to it. Yeah.
I don't know if I could do a Randy Pitchford impression. That is.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, it's unique.
Borderlands 3 is great, guys. We love Borderlands 3.
Well, that's really good. Randy Pitchford's in my stream. Oh my god.
We've been working on Borderlands 3 for about 43 years now. Isn't that great? And then everyone claps.
Alright, I'm gonna serve a Meat Fishman 6. I suppose caffeine is a drug. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, it is actually.
Here we go. I just want this clip to be played on stream. This will definitely be in an upcoming Hellfire upload, but this needs to be seen in front of a live audience. I mean, this is
in front of the live studio audience
we got out of in front of the 200,000 people we got strong here. You know, we're just about to blow the joint down. Got to show them the greatest clip we got out of this movie here.
Yeah, for real.
So hopefully this will send in.
Are you gonna send it?
Yeah, I am. It's a screen recording from my phone, so it's taking a minute.
Oh, so it's gonna be very high quality.
Feel free to answer some more questions. Feel free to answer some more questions or so while this.
I have a dog.
So do we think of Borderlands 2 the movie? What do we think of Borderlands 2 the movie? I think that
not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen.
That will not happen.
Yeah.
If it did, it would somehow like do even worse than this one, which is pretty like crazy because this one's already
scary to even think about.
Like they lost so much money on this, like that I couldn't even imagine.
Yeah, that studio, like they'd have to deal with a whole different movie studio if they did somehow want to make another one. And
like
even
Borderlands,
then, I don't think anyone would even go and watch it.
I agree. I think Borderlands is actually going to be the biggest box office flop of the year. Like,
no, 100. I think so. I don't
see anything doing worse.
I mean,
it would take a real special type of stinker. It really would.
I mean, that stinker is Borderlands, though. Like, that is a special type. It's not going to.
It is a special type, but you know we need another special type. We need two special grades to go out.
I mean, I really don't see a way that a movie could be really that worse and like do that worse because of how high the budget is for the movie.
Yeah,
that's the problem. The budget is just so big. You would need like a Sony, like another Madam Web or something. But even in like the reviews,
I think this somehow has made less than Madam Web so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are some stink. Madam Web, did that come out in 20? It
was last year, I think.
Okay.
I think it was late last year, if I'm not mistaken.
Does Fishman have legs or does he levitate? It's sitting there.
I'm like Klaus from American Dad with a fishbowl, and I just kind of peer out of it.
There you go.
But there's some stinkers on here. The Book of Clarence, never heard of that. They had a $4 budget and only $6 million.
Never even heard of it.
And then
yeah, me neither.
What was that? Some Australian movie?
What?
This one had 60 million and got 27 million. That's not as bad.
What?
Yeah, Argyle is the worst grossing one this year. They had a $200 million budget and only made $96 million.
Yeah, I had a friend who saw that.
Borderlands is projected to do worse than that on the low end. Yeah, on the low end, they're supposed to make 67 million total.
That's well, if they make like 80 or 90 million, then they have a better ratio than Argyle.
And it's possible. Their range
apparently.
I did have friends who saw Argyle. Apparently, it's very bad.
It had John Cena, Henry Cavill, Dua Lipa. Jesus, dude, God. That's where the 200 million went. God,
it's dang. Like the same scenario, just different.
To give Kevin Hart 100 million on, or not Kevin Hart, Jesus, Henry Cavill 100 million on his own.
It's
probably.
It's just awful. What was this? It's Borderlandian time. Fire Randy, hire Jolts. What a CEO.
Maybe Borderlands continuing and being bad will make people riot in the streets. I don't think we'll be rioting in the streets. Borderlands. Wishful thinking.
Yeah.
Not my Borderlands. Not my Borderlands.
I'm gonna go outside of Gearbox HQ with a picket sign that has Claptrap and an arrow going over, like an X.
It just like a circle with a line through
Randy Pitchford. David isn't in there.
Borderlands is unfair. Randy is in there.
Plotting
my God.
Standing at the concession, plotting his oppression.
Standing at the concession, plotting our oppression. Dude. Most goated SpongeBob chant.
I love that episode of SpongeBob, dude.
Yeah, it's goated.
How do you make a movie about a crayon better than Borderlands? A fucking crayon? What are they talking about? Crayon?
Well, that was the joke, Cashew.
Oh, I missed it.
He's saying, like, you just put a crayon on the screen for an hour and a half and it'd be a better movie than Borderlands.
Well, no.
He's asking how.
Dead serious.
Yeah.
There's a movie in the theaters right now about a crayon.
What? It's a crayon.
I'm not lying. I don't know what it's called. Right. I don't know what it's called, but on the posters when I was walking,
Harold the Purple Crayon, 2024.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my God, I'm seeing it. Harold the Purple Crayon.
This got 5.8 on IMDb.
That's higher than Borderlands. Yeah, it's higher than Borderlands. Harold the Purple Crayon.
Wow. That's because he can make anything come to life by drawing it. Okay, that's just a kid's movie, I guess.
Wow. And it's done better than Borderlands, so there you go. That's really going to be.
Looks better than Borderlands.
Did Cate Blanchett buy more Botox with her unearned payday? I mean,
probably
not. I think she's fine, honestly. She can just. I don't think this is really going to hurt anyone's like rep. If I'm going to be honest, it's because. I mean,
no one takes this movie seriously.
Yeah, I mean, every single actor in this movie, like, already has been in, like, some big stuff before. Even, like, Ariana Greenblatt has been in other stuff before that has reviewed pretty well. So, I mean, I feel like this is just a dot on, like, everyone's career. Like, okay, yeah, that happens, but no one cares. It's just, like, whatever.
I would say more like a stain.
I wouldn't say it's that big of a stain, because they're too big for it to matter.
Yeah, Kevin Hart is still Kevin Hart.
Cate Blanchett still won an Oscar in the last movie that she fucking was in.
Tina's actress might have some problems now because she's like
that's what I was saying.
First big role.
Well, not really. She was in.
She might be alright.
She was in the house with monsters. I can't remember what it's called, but it reviewed very well, and she was in as a main role. She was in Barbie. She was a daughter in Barbie.
Yeah, Barbie was filmed after Borderlands, but came out before Borderlands. But yeah,
like so many movies
after and came out before. Oh my God.
Same with Tar, which is the movie Cate Blanchett won an Oscar for.
Tar sounds wild.
It's about an orchestra.
Rotten Tomatoes, wow.
Yeah, it's about like an orchestra, like Cate Blanchett is like a crazy conductor. It's kind of like Whiplash, I guess, but I guess Cate Blanchett is Whiplash. I don't know, I haven't seen it, but That's what it sounds like to me. That's how it's been described to me.
Eli Roth's rep will take a hit. Yeah.
Oh no, not Eli Roth's rep.
He seems to be, but I don't think he had any to begin with. He'd just be like, he's like the guy they send in after the movie's already a failure just to get it to release. You know, it's like the cleanup crew.
Yeah.
He's like it's like basically Plan C.
Yeah,
that didn't work.
Stinkers. He's a stinky director.
Get Roth in.
You to at least finish it. Yeah.
I heard that the Incredibles 3 is going to be directed by Eli Roth.
Can we talk about the nostalgia problem in cinema for a second though?
Like, yeah, no.
Fucking almost all the movies are just like pulling at your fucking nostalgia strings. Like not even just with like Borderlands, for example, trying to get like people like us who grew up on the games or anyone who's fucking played the games 15 years ago, right?
I mean, it's all IP, right?
You got like Toy Story 5 is coming out. You have Incredibles 3, Cashew just mentioned. What's the other one? There's another big animated movie.
Inside Out.
Another sequel.
Inside Out 2.
They're making a live action Snow White.
Didn't that already come out?
Lilo and Stitch.
That's right.
Live action Disney movies are literally just nostalgia.
I hate those so much. Like, what is the point?
The trailer for that Snow White looked so ass, dude. The CGI was so fucking.
Okay,
it just looked animated.
They're making
bother making a live action if you're gonna make it look animated anyway.
I mean, like, what is the point? Like, they make the Lion King live action, which is like the lions can't move their mouths because they're fucking lions. They can't. Like, you can't. It doesn't work.
I think they still do move their mouths.
I mean, but not in a good way.
I've actually seen that one.
It's straight up CGI. They just talk like people.
It's not good. Like, why? What is the point? What is the point of making
that one? And it's not it.
What is the point of making it live action if it's the entire thing is CGI?
Live action Lion King 2. They're making like the second one live action.
Right, the Lion King 2 wasn't even good.
Now it's about to be worse, bro. Get ready. Buckle up.
Oh my god.
Oh wait, the other one was Shrek. There's another Shrek.
Oh, Shrek 5. Yeah.
That could be good though. Okay, that could be good. Shrek has been pretty good.
Dude, I didn't even know they did a Shrek 4. I didn't even know a Shrek 4 happened.
Yeah, Shrek.
Apparently that was in 2010.
Yeah, Shrek Forever After, dude.
That was pretty good, I thought.
Yeah, it was alright.
What was the plot of that?
Time.
There was
I think number 2.
It was Rumpelstiltskin. He made a deal with Shrek, and then Shrek went into an alternate dimension where he never met Fiona, and then he has to meet Fiona, and then he kills someone.
Oh, okay. So I probably have seen that. That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
What is Shrek 3? Is that the one I just forget?
That's Shrek the third.
Where they finally get married, right?
No, that's the second.
That's when they have the kids. Right?
Yeah, that's when they have the kids. That's when they have the kids. It's the bad one apparently.
Yeah, number 3 is bad. Number 4 kind of brings it back.
Yeah,
so I think number 5 could be good, especially since that new Puss in Boots movie that came out was really good.
Oh, I love that movie. That's so good.
Yeah, that was a goated movie.
I guess I missed that one.
That's really good. The Last Wish, really good. You should watch it.
Toy Story 4 fucking killed the new animated shit for me. I thought that movie was dreadful.
I never saw Toy Story 4, but I heard bad things.
I would never watch it because it's just like Toy Story 3 was an ending, and apparently Toy Story 4 was like a big ending, and now they're making a 5th one. What the fuck's the point? Like, I'm not going to watch these, you know? There's no point.
Yeah. Like, I get it's not really for us anymore, but they kind of make it to where it could go both ways by still continuing those franchises.
I mean, that's kind of what they were doing with like Incredibles 2, because like that was like, it was like 20 years or something after the original came out, and then it was like, oh, Incredibles 2, so everyone's like, oh, nostalgia, you know, I gotta watch this, right? And then it's just really bad, and it's really rushed.
Mediocre, dude. That movie was not good.
It was not good at all.
Because Toy Story 4 was before that, so I was already out of the new animated movies by then.
Yeah, but
Incredibles 2 was more recently, I think.
No, that was ages ago. It was a while back. Quite a few years.
Was it after, like, I think the last Toy Story was like 2019. Was it after that?
Oof, I don't know. I don't think it was a while ago. Hold on.
It probably was. Incredibles 2 was probably like 2020, 2021.
Hold on. It was 2018. June 15, 2018.
Oh, 2018, yeah.
Oh, okay. I guess I just skipped it then.
Yeah, it's not good.
Oh well.
Bro, it's got a good score, 93% Rotten Tomatoes.
It's because it's fucking DreamWorks that they just get that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, watch the my clip finally.
Dude,
oh yeah.
Did you guys watch Megamind too?
No. It's Megamind. Megamind 2. It was not even Megamind 2. It was just a fucking.
Literally the worst thing I've ever seen.
It was not. It was
called Megamind versus the Doom Syndicate.
No, it was like a straight to TV. It was like a Nickelodeon movie. It was just like an extra long premiere for like a really bad movie or a really bad show.
Oh my god!
Like it turned into a show. Bad, okay, wait, hold on. I'm gonna get this clip up for you. What the fuck? What? Okay. Okay.
It's the greatest intro to a review ever.
Okay, let's get this chat. Let's see.
Oh my! Big old piece of trash.
What is this?
Who made this review? Who is this?
Dude, I don't know, but it's like the greatest thing I've ever seen.
What the fuck? Who is this guy?
So for those, I don't know, but for those who don't know, he's trying to act like a Stone Cold Steve Austin, the wrestler, and it absolutely killed me when I watched that the first time. It was like the last thing I was expecting. Borderlands is a big old piece of trash, he says.
Oh man.
It doesn't get much better than that.
No, that might be peak. That might be the peak of
You think that's peak?
I agree. That's
probably the Borderlands opinion.
I agree. After I saw it, I was like, damn, YouTube just peaked. Like, I'm not even shitting.
That's Tyrone Magnus. Sorry, I'm gonna look his channel up.
Okay.
That's the guy. That's the guy.
That's the fucking guy. That's my guy.
Oh, he's got 2 million subscribers. Jesus, I can't believe I didn't know about this guy.
Holy.
Disney rebooting Star Wars. What again? What do you?
They should get the Russo brothers on BL2 movie. I think they shouldn't.
I don't know the Russo brothers.
They made? They made a bunch of Marvel movies. They made Winter Soldier. They made Endgame. Or Infinity War. One of them.
Also, the good Marvel movies.
Yeah, they made the good Marvel movies. Winnie the Pooh. Wait, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2? Blood and Honey?
I heard
the first one.
Those are all bad.
Both of them.
Yeah, I heard those are both rough. And they're doing a third, apparently.
That's so stupid.
Was like a horror. It's like a horror movie about Winnie the Pooh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is Winnie the Pooh?
Winnie the Pooh costume.
Wait, is he public domain?
I think so.
I guess so. Yeah.
It must be. I mean the book is old. The book is really old, so I guess it would be.
Yeah.
I'm looking this up.
In the public domain.
Wow. I could make a story. I could make a story about that.
Borderlands Winnie the Pooh fanfic.
Oh my god! I mean, why not?
Stop.
The original
Winnie the Pooh Borderlands 2 Vault Hunter mod. No.
Oh my god! What is he like? Throw honey pots at people?
Yeah, he just yaps the whole time like, "Oh, I love honey." Fucking throws out the ass.
Whatever the fuck Winnie the Pooh says, right?
I do like to murder people.
That's a good Winnie the Pooh impression. Hold on, can you do that again?
Oh, I do like to murder people.
You could voice act
actually is Winnie the Pooh.
Cashew could voice act Winnie the Pooh BL2 Vault Hunter mod.
Oh, I don't know about voice acting. I don't know. It's hard to keep up. It's really hard to keep up. Oh, that's funny. Well, I think we might call it here.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
I think we
there's
pretty
nothing
much did
Borderlands
movie
related we haven't covered.
Yeah.
Not that I can think of.
I can do just one last scroll of the old bullet points I wrote down.
Oh, one last thing. I had three little dashes here that I wanted to mention. I already mentioned the other two, but Hammerlock and Wainwright being just cut from the movie altogether.
What do you mean cut? Were they planned?
They were cast. They were cast, and they had an entire wedding that was filmed. Yeah, they had an entire wedding that was supposed to be in the movie and everything. All of their shit got cut.
What?
All of it.
Why would they be having a wedding in the movie? Where would that fit in anywhere?
I don't know. That's why I'm saying there is an entirely other cut of this movie somewhere.
Yeah.
But
that is wild. I would love to see like all the stuff they filmed, like just put into some.
Okay, hold on. Wait, I got the article. Okay. Eli Roth explains why Borderlands cut a Hammerlock and Jacob's wedding scene exclusive. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today, blah blah blah. For his upcoming movie adaptation. Wait, let me just find an actual when they start talking about it. Okay, here's the quote. It was one of those things that we all loved, Roth explains. We loved the actors, the scene itself turned out great. When the overall mission of the film, it felt like it stomped the mood way back. So wait, there was actually... Wow. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
I had that as a
this movie went wrong on so many levels, man.
Because I didn't mention it in my review, editing, so I wanted to talk about it here. There was a lot that we didn't talk about in our review video that like could have been mentioned that kind of came out like right after we put up our videos and shit. Like a lot of the behind the scenes stuff as well is probably going to slowly trickle its way out over the next couple weeks.
Well, they even say more here about Scooter and Ellie because they say there were more things that we tried to do with Scooter and Ellie, but they just couldn't get it in.
That's what I was mentioning earlier. Yeah,
so much stuff where you rebuild these things and you nail it, and the actors are amazing, and then in the edit of the movie you can't see it at the time and you feel emotionally so bad because the actors were so good. So basically a whole bunch of actors got cut. Like Ellie and Scooter were supposed to be actual parts of the movie instead of that one scene.
That also like kind of leads me to assume that like Krieg probably had a lot of stuff cut as well because he had like no story at all.
Yeah, I doubt it. I think he was there to be Groot. I'm not gonna lie, dude.
That's he was like the Groot character.
He was there to be Groot.
He was, yeah, brainless muscle.
Yeah,
not much else.
Yep.
It just makes you wonder though, like what all was cut from the movie, other than just the stuff to chop around it to get it to PG-13, because we know there was obviously a lot of that.
I mean, it would be so interesting to see the first cut of this movie. Because
I don't think it would save it by any means.
No,
but I do think it's probably a better film.
That's why I use the word. It's why I use the word interesting, because I don't know if it would be good, but it would definitely be interesting to see how much they actually had to cut. Even just the change from R to PG-13, that is fucking huge. They would have had to change so much.
Yeah, and I don't know about you, Cashew, but there was no kids in my theater, so. Making that a PG-13 film didn't.
There were no kids in my theater.
Me and Milkman were the youngest people there.
Oh, I was probably the youngest person in my theater. I mean, probably just a bunch of 20-year-olds. That was who I was saying.
There was only like one other person my age that was in there, and he was the one who walked out early. Everybody else was 40 plus in the theater.
I low-key bonded.
When I say everybody else, remember that's like 4 other people.
I low-key bonded with the couple behind me and my friend. We just like, when the movie ended, we just like turned to them and it's just like, well, that sucked, huh? Just like trauma bonded over the Borderlands movie.
Yeah, we walked up to some older dude who was in, so we were in the very, very back. This dude was in the front to a little bit to the left. So he's in the second to last row.
Right.
And I just walked a little bit to my left and I said, well, what'd you think? And then I asked him if he was a Borderlands fan and he said, yes, of course, right?
Yeah.
And we just started talking about how off it was from the games. And we had a good little conversation. So I had that too, funny enough. like
Man.
bonding with random people over how rough it was.
The guy had no idea he was talking to the Hellfire.
Yeah, he watches all your videos.
No idea.
Wow.
No idea.
I mean, he should have got it from the "What's up, guys," but like, you know.
Yeah, so then he walked up to him. What's up, guys? Hellfire. Daps him up.
What do you think of the movie?
Like he knows me. Just act like he knows me right away.
Just assume he watches all your videos and walk up to him.
Oh man.
Yeah, so you remember my review the other day? It looks like I was right, you know.
You like that one, right? You like that one?
Yeah, you hit the bell, right?
Let me see your phone. I want to make sure you have the first like on that.
Like super fucking toxic.
If he's not, just steal it. Just run away with it.
Just literally start harassing this guy.
Hey, yo, this is mine if you're not subscribed, by the way. I'm just gonna let you know right now.
Yeah,
oh
man.
no.
You know, it's no big deal if you don't, but I mean, like, I'm gonna be reviewing this movie, so I mean, if you could just subscribe so you can watch that, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
You can actually hear it this time.
Yeah, it's slightly louder. It barely shows up on the thing though. Like you get the what, and then like you can't hear any of it like on the stream.
You can't forget the cartoon whoosh in there.
You love it. You love to see it.
How's that?
Drugs would have made this less painful. Yeah, and chat was saying that they weren't on meth before.
Yep.
I mean, and it's proof that they weren't because, you know, it would have been better is what they're saying.
Yeah.
Drugs? Are you a bad idea? That's an anime. Thank you, Orion.
Randy Pitchford, 2024. Well, guys, what do you think? Do we have anything else to say?
I think that pretty much covers it. That's
to say about the movie.
Okay, last things.
Yeah, that's it.
Favorite part? Hellfire Go. All right, cool. Fishman, favorite part?
When it was over.
Oh hell yeah!
Definitely the Krieg versus Lilith fight. That first one where like there was like one actually cool move that like Lilith did at one point where she like flipped her gun behind her back and shot it up at Krieg. I thought that was cool.
All right,
so
there you go.
That right there, it was probably about 4 seconds of action. Was
my
favorite part.
And my favorite part was the one Atlas joke. No, not the Atlas. The one Marcus joke. Once they get to Sanctuary, I like that.
Yeah, the ball hunting one.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay, yeah, that's a good part too.
Yep,
fair.
Yep.
Paul Berry says Ace of Spades. Ace of Spades was cool too.
Yeah, except it was really quiet.
They should have had it louder.
Yeah,
yeah, they should have had that shit bang in the theater. Like it should have been fucking.
How You Like Me Now? How You Like Me Now was like if it went on for like a little bit longer, at all, or if it was the credit song.
They weren't trying to avoid YouTube copyright by only using 5 seconds.
They didn't. They made sure they stopped it as soon as the guy started talking. As soon as like there was lyrics that came on, they stopped. There was like actual YouTube copyright rules right there. That was fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's literally what it was like.
My favorite part of the movie was not going and playing BO2 instead. Damn, that's so true.
That's a dub.
That's a dub right there.
That's a common.
I wish I was you.
W right there.
The scooter cameo at the end was the best part for real. I mean, like after you see him,
he claps for 2 seconds and then he just pan away.
Hey, come on, man! He cheers. Like, I mean, just look at the stream. I mean, look how fucking happy he is, man. That's crazy.
I mean, I can't even deny that.
Yeah, he's so happy.
Happiest moments in Borderlands history, right there.
Yeah, I mean, I've cried when that happened, but not for the reasons they wanted me to.
Yeah, I cried myself to sleep after watching the Borderlands movie.
Yeah, I tried to buy a samurai sword online, but I couldn't find any.
I hate that. I hate how Scooter looks, dude. I really do. That man should not be Scooter.
It's just some random guy.
It's just such a generic looking man.
All right. I suppose.
Like, well, he's got the hat.
He's got the hat.
He's got the hat. He's got a green vest. I don't know what more you want.
Yeah.
All right.
He needs a big old wrench.
Yeah, I guess he needs to gesture to the camera a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but I suppose last thing, if you guys have got any videos that you've just like released, you want to plug them?
I'll let Fishman go first. What do you got?
Nothing very recently, but I will be live.
That's a really
probably later today, around 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Really good time to cut out.
Yeah, you cut out in the middle.
I cut out.
If you want to repeat it?
Yeah, if you want to repeat
I'll be live streaming the Nemesis Invader Farm yet again, 500th stream today, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard.
Woo.
That's gonna be my next thing.
That's sick. Hellfire.
Well, I hope to get a little video out tomorrow, and then following that, I will continue work on my biggest video yet. Bigger than the movie review.
That's crazy.
Most editing I've ever put into any project ever. So I'll leave it at that for now.
Do we get a little bit of tease?
Potentially the biggest collab in the Borderlands fucking community.
Oh my god, you better. Been waiting.
I'll leave it at that for now.
It was supposed to drop before the movie. That's all I'm going to say. That's what he said. That
is what he said.
Yeah, everyone in that chat has been making fun of you constantly for it.
It's coming soon. All right, it's coming soon.
All right, we'll be waiting.
What is your next video, Cashew?
My next video is I don't know. I've written one sentence on the script, so
fucking amateur.
You bastard. I did really recently put out my Borderlands movie review, and yeah, I'm just working on other stuff at the moment. Should be out soonish. I've been kind of just focusing on getting some shorts out at the moment, but yeah.
Yeah, shorts are nice.
Yeah,
shorts have been doing good.
Yeah.
For me, little video on Sunday, some more big shit coming. That's really it for me.
All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you somewhere else, possibly in another podcast.
Thanks for coming, everybody.